Yo, what up? This is Todd. Welcome to the realm's most enchanted episode of DSP Crypts, where dragons ain't the only ones hoarding treasure, and every castle's got a cursed closet or two. Today we're stepping into the arcane doorways and dungeon hallways of the realm's most baller adventures. Warlocks with wine cellars, rangers with rooftop gardens, and paladins with platinum-plated privies. You've seen the loot, now peep the layers. From enchanted caverns to sky castles in the clouds, it's time to roll for initiative for luxury. So grab the bag of holding and your monocle of true seeing, because this is where fantasy meets fantastic. Now my co-hosts will say hello themselves.
Hi, I'm Macy and I'll be playing Aldora, the Explorer.
Yo, what up, homies? I play Andrak.
I'm Dimitris, I'm playing Kastor.
I'm Becca and I play Kiriki.
Thank you.
I'm Kevin. I play Malachi. I'm happy to be here.
Kevin, Dylan, inspiration. Rest of you, work on it.
What?
Do better.
You really expect me to follow
yeah.
the bit?
Oh yeah.
I'm okay with that deal.
I actually expected Becca to bust out in like a flow.
Huh?
I just, I was expecting it to pop, but nothing. It's
No.
okay.
This is going to be reported.
Yup. All right. This week, I thought it'd be fun because zombies are popular as always. They've been popular like 40 fucking years. I want to know which party member would survive a zombie apocalypse. Like, which one would be the most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse? And even though Aldora is fitted to counter undead in every way, she's too nice.
Oh.
She'll die helping somebody. I fully believe that. Same thing with Andrak. As much as he's a hard ass, I think he would stop. Same thing with Kastor. My only two options, in my opinion, was Malachi and Kiriki. But Malachi's starting to be kind of nice, so that's why I'm like, ugh, I don't know about him. Because he's done what it takes to survive in the past. I gotta go with him. Kiriki is kind of a bitch, but I think she would want to stay and fight. Malachi will just slip into the shadows and fuck off.
Woo!
I want to argue that taking into consideration like the actual characters themselves, yeah, Kiriki would survive. She's immune to diseases.
Yeah.
You'd still be ripped apart.
Yeah, that's if they can catch her.
She
Yeah,
turned into a blender before.
And I feel like Andrak would be fine too because he's also poison resistant.
The only reason, if it is a disease transferred by bites, he's dead because he just wouldn't stop after getting bitten once.
Oh. You also have to be kind of smart to survive that kind of stuff.
Don't get me wrong, he could probably slaughter a few hundred zombies before he's converted, but he's not surviving just because he's too stupid.
Damn.
I think the only reason I feel like Andrak would do well is because Andrak is historically the only person who has paid attention to survival things like getting food and shelter and actually paying attention to how we're doing in the like on the road stuff. I feel like Kiriki would last for a long time, but zombie apocalypse level, we're thinking eventually the humans are all gonna die. And then what the fuck does Kiriki eat? She's gonna die of starvation, y'all.
Yeah, that's how she gets taken out.
I think she's gonna last the longest just because she's immune to the zombie.
I also thought for a second that Malachi would be the best suited for this, but then I realized Malachi also historically runs into battles that he cannot win and gets knocked down pretty often. So I think he would.
It is a common trait for him.
I'm pretty sure he would be like fucking undead, and he'd run in there and start killing them, and then just get knocked out and killed instantly.
Oh, cool.
I
think
feel
that-
like the. Oh god.
Sorry, I think that, in zombie apocalypse, when there's like hordes and swarms of zombies, strong characters don't survive. You have to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. That's why I think Kastor is quite more suited than most, because he can turn into a bird or a snake or whatever and hide somewhere.
Honestly, Kastor would probably have the best chance because as of recently, he's solar powered. He doesn't even need anything. He could just go fuck off to a grove somewhere and just hide out. The rest of the zombie apocalypse will happen and he'll be in the trees thriving.
Yeah,
But would
and
he
he's
do
used
it?
to being alone, so...
Yeah.
I honestly also think that this, as a group, would survive for a long time.
Oh,
Like
this party for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
This party would be fine. It's just like that. It on a solo level, I feel like Kastor would just go fuck off and do something else. It's not worth his time. Kiriki would survive based on for the longest outside of Kastor because she's immune to the zombie shit. But in any other terms, Aldora and Andrek are getting fucked because they're gonna run to help somebody or they're gonna get caught unaware.
But
Mhm.
but Aldora can make the undead fear her
Once
and have
a
to run
day.
away. Yeah.
Once a day is all you
Actually,
need,
hold on.
you know.
What challenge
What a
rating
little
is a
girl.
zombie?
Doesn't it have like a limit on how many it will fear?
I don't think so. It's all of them
We're
within 30
talking-
feet or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
We're talking about plane zombies, not the ones that's from fucking what game is it?
Resident
Uh,
Evil, where they ride
Resident Evil.
motorcycles.
Yeah, we're talking
So-
Walking Dead zombies, right?
I have
Yeah,
like
I think
chainsaw arms and shit.
I was talking Walking Dead because it shit got out of hand with Resident Evil. Like they had rocket launchers.
You
What the
you,
fuck?
you also have
Yeah.
I Am Legend zombies.
Oh god, no, not those.
Dude,
Those
I don't
are
think those
challenge
were
rating.
zombies.
Those are cocaine zombies, like running.
So
That's just bath salts in California.
I wanted to add something.
Florida zombies.
So zombies usually in The Walking Dead would usually go to you if they don't smell one of their kind of in a way. Because like in one of the episodes, they had to smear
Zombie
basically
blood.
all over them to walk within the crowd. Before Malachi ended up going and getting clean, I feel like the zombies wouldn't have even noticed him.
Pre-Persephone Malachi would have had a way better chance of survival than post
Damn it, Persephone, you got rid of his ability to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Classic.
Also, I want to point out that they did that zombie guts thing, and then they never did it again.
I know. It was
We're
such
not
a
here.
it's a gross
Wasn't
but
that, like-
smart.
How many
We're not-
seasons are there?
We're not here to talk about the inconsistencies of The Walking Dead. We'll get off topic way too quickly.
We already are.
It's true.
No.
It's just
I think it is unfair in some senses, but I do believe that Aldora is unfortunately the first to go.
look.
But she's nice.
Yeah,
Here's-
like for a while she could survive, especially since zombies are only challenge rating 1/4. So her channel divinity, fear undead thing will instantly kill all zombies in a 30-foot radius.
But I can only do it like once or twice a day.
Exactly.
I think like the thing is like generally in these kinds of situations you have a base camp, like a safe camp, and you tend to leave the doctor at the base camp.
Again, as a group, this group is never dying. In single existence, they're not doing too hot.
I think, like, unfortunately, in the case of longevity, I think also Aldora is the first to go because I think she's the only one of the people in this party who doesn't have some form of immortality or long-livedness. Because Kastor's already thousands of years old, so is Kiriki, so is Andrak. Malachi's halfway there. If they can survive the actual zombies, most of this party's just going to live for a long-ass time.
Actually, if clerics get to a certain level, they do become ageless.
Is that clerics? I thought that was druids.
It's druids.
Is it druids? I thought it was clerics.
I'm pretty sure it's druids.
Yeah, that's one of the people who does healing word. I don't know.
She,
Now I
just
gotta-
she can just spam divine intervention until her god gives her immortality.
Athena shows up. Yo, what the fuck is going on out here?
Eh.
I'm busy.
I'm busy here. What the fuck is this shit,
Oh.
Aldora?
Level 20. Your call for intervention succeeds automatically. No roll required.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm your spin-off series of The Walking Dead.
I want an entire series about Greek gods dealing with a zombie apocalypse, but now they all have New York accents for no reason.
One shot.
I feel like we would be the Walking Dead for them. Like, they would just be, like, watching this from up and then just having popcorn and shit. Like, well, you did something fucking stupid.
Ares would have a blast, let's be honest. Because
Oh
no
my
one
God.
could be like, this is fucked up, because it's like, it's a bunch of undead. What are we supposed to do? Not watch this gore and horror? This is great!
I feel like Hades would be having a really big crisis during that whole thing. He'd be like, I don't understand, you guys. I didn't authorize this. Like, they're not
toys.
they're not
Who's
responding to me.
Neil guy who started this whole thing? There you go.
He would
That's a
be
reference.
he would be having so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
He
Be like
caused
Dan-
it, let's be honest.
It'd be like dancing in the rain, except for he's dancing in the zombies.
I mean, everybody's got to have their kind of fun. I don't really have any afterthoughts.
Oh, afterthoughts. Interesting. What about Palace?
Oh, she would die for sure. She's too all in.
She likes being in the middle of fights too much. She
Yep.
blend until she can't blend no more.
I just imagine like a zombie apocalypse and Palace is going full send and it's like a freaking roguelike, just abilities and swords popping off in like spirals, hordes of enemies rushing at her until she finally gets knocked out.
It's a good death. As your limbs being torn off.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Hey, speaking of limbs being torn off, let's go find out what Kastor's been up to.
Yo.
Hello, my name is Becca, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Kastor, you had to take a little bit of a leave away from the party. Your stomach was hurting, cramping. We're not going to go into detail, but you went down the hallway. You could see down it. You know it was safe. There's nothing there. You have great perception. You have great passive perception. You know there's no one around you. To the left down the hallway, there's nobody. It kind of tees off where you guys fought the frogs with the malformed creature. To your right, it's an empty hallway where you fought the big old fat white one that just kind of did nothing and had the gorilla demonic creature that ran up and then fell right in front of the party, and then they slaughtered him, and that's where Malachi gave them a nickname. And against the wall to your right there, the grove, it's very uniform and everything seems to always be the same. But that one little spot, probably about 15, 20 feet down from where you are right now in that corner, something about it seems off. But you need to get back to your party. So you head back around the corner, head down to your left towards the Ares room. Once there, you can see the corpses of the exploded demon that Aldora blew up. You can see the gorilla, the one that Andrak caught the head of the exploded demon and threw it in the back of that gorilla. You go across the Ares statue room, kind of step in between the corpses there, and you can see where one of them's been cut open a little bit on the ribs, and you can see some of its bones are on the ground where it looks like somebody was trying to fashion tools or something out of its bones, and you can see it looks like somebody's dug in and cut out the heart of it. And you step past those two, and you get back to this little hallway where you left the party. And you can see that white light going across there. You can see that burnt demon that's on the ground. And ahead of you, about 20 feet, is where you saw Aldora point to her left around that corner. And she says, "Guys, there's a chest here." And you see the little red flowers that you put on the ground right in front of you before you had to, get the fuck out of here. But you don't see any signs of them. Now, standing here at the precipice of this room, in front of this white light, what would Kastor like to do?
Do I hear anything?
Using your passive perception, you hear nothing.
I would like to move forward towards where she said she spotted the chest.
So
To see-
we discovered two things. One, you covered up the spot where the light was, so the spot went away.
Mhm.
So you think that their way of telling you don't mess with our garden was that space in front of you actually has no place where the light does not touch. However, because of your boon that you were given, we also found out that every 6 seconds you're actually pretty okay. But you can step into that square. You will take radiant damage, but you just straight up heal from it. So I don't know if you even care.
Yeah, I'll step. I need to find them, so I would step in.
All right. As soon as you step in, you take 9 points of radiant damage.
All right. 1 second. Okay.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right. If you would please make a perception check.
Yes. 18.
And somehow you take 9 points of radiant damage.
But if I stand still, do I keep getting damaged, or like if I
You
catch
do.
my breath?
So you noticed before. Wait. Mm-mm. I'm sorry, you didn't notice before. They found out before, but you had ran off already. If you stand still, you will get hit again. But if you go to a spot where you're standing and there's no light, you will not get hit again. Do you want to try the next one and then take a break?
In the meantime, 6 seconds have passed, right? So
Yes,
I
sir.
will add up 5 points. I will go to the next one.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check.
You 15.
You were rolling low. You
Yeah.
take 5 points of radiant damage as you step into that square. You just can't find these little spots without light. It's just hard to see.
Alright. I'm going to the next one.
All right, roll a perception check.
19.
You take 1 point of radiant damage. But you can see to your right, around this corner, about 15 feet away, is that chest. And you can see it's slightly cracked and it looks like there's something inside, but you see no one around.
Do I notice anything unusual?
No, the sun's up at its peak, noon o'clock. 10 feet wide little hallway here, 20 feet down until you get to the very end of this hallway. Beautiful grove.
I will move up.
All right, perception check.
28.
There you go. You take no radiant damage as you manage to find a very large spot. And as you get closer, you can definitely see that there's stuff inside the chest, and it has been opened, and you can see it's unlocked from here.
I want to cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything around the chest. Because I'm thinking if I cannot hear them and I didn't see them move out, something happened to them.
You
So-
cast Detect Magic. I mean, of course, everything around you is magical because
Yeah.
it was a magically created grove. The chest itself does radiate magic, but it doesn't have any active, like, transmutation magic or illusion magic or evocation magic. It's mostly just a protection magic around it right now. So if you tried to teleport with it, scry on it, like anything like that, you don't think it would work. But
Anything in the ground around the chest, or like I don't know.
you see nothing on the ground around it.
I keep going.
Perception check. And if you want to go ahead and fully hear yourself, you could stay there as long as you want.
Sorry? 21.
All right. You find a little spot. Right as you're about to step, you shift your foot over a little bit to the left as you see it just barely.
Right. FYI, for each step, I consider like the 6 seconds
Yeah,
because I
basically
walk
around,
carefully.
yeah.
So if I lose 9, I lose 4 because I add 5.
That's fair
If
enough.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, no,
that's how I remember
that makes perfect sense. I'm just going to let you do the math.
And then one more last step.
All right. As you
Perception
step in
check.
front of the chest, go ahead and make a perception check.
26.
You find a spot, safe and sound, no radiant damage. The chest is in front of you, cracked open a little bit. Nothing evil about it.
I'm kind of squatting down, looking around the chest, and I very carefully touch the lid of the chest.
It feels a little bit warm to the touch, and you can see there's like a slight mark of ash on the very front kind of bottom of the chest, but you see no spouts of blood or anything that would really tip you off.
I slowly open it.
You open it, and I have some very bad news for you. You find a shit ton of loot in there. So, untouched, you see, and I can go over the details of it later and just kind of give you the basics of what you see right now. You see a crown, an ivory statue, a silk robe, a necklace, 2 potions, 2 scrolls, and a rolled up tapestry. Oh, and 11,000 gold at the very bottom, and 1,100 platinum.
Definitely for us to take. Where are all the others, though? It seems too suspicious for me to pick up anything. There's no sign of the others, like, I don't know, footprints or anything that would make me
Knowing the
find them.
grove, the way you do, you don't think it would do you any good to really look into that, because the grass kind of like heals itself.
Fuck it. I touched the tapestry, the rolled up tapestry.
You said you do what?
I touched the tapestry, the rolled up tapestry.
You touch it. It kind of bounces a little bit as you quickly tap it.
I try to pull it out of the chest.
All right. You pull it out. It is a tapestry of Aphrodite surrounded by men and women, but it looks like someone humorously redid her eyes to where it looks like they're crossed.
Oh, that sounds like a trickster of sorts to me. Would I know who might have done that? Especially in the grove where I've grown?
I mean,
Is
with
it like
all the
the
parties
demons?
they've done over the years, you don't think demons would have put it back.
Yeah.
But it looks like this is just something that... It looks like a well-made tapestry, and then somebody just went behind it and, like, messed with it. So, I mean, it could have been a lot of the different gods.
I kind of rummage through the items in the chest to see if I can find any clues about the others or something. So I kind of, put them aside, look inside the chest a little bit better.
Nothing in there would really tell you what happened to them. There's the 2 scrolls. Basically, one is you and one is Malachi, so I'll tell you about that real quick. So one is dark, like a dark brown, and it's cold to the touch, and it just gives off like underworld vibes. The other one looks like it's made out of leaves, and like vines are growing through it as if it was a grown scroll instead of a written scroll, and it has a very sweet smell to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh wait, actually you can read it. Do you care to look at it?
Sure, yes. Just in the
Alright.
sense of investigating.
So you unroll it a little bit, and you can read that it has, it talks a little bit about grain, and it looks like a spell scroll of some kind, maybe written by a Demeter, but it looks like it is a protection from undead scroll. So it's a bit ironic that there's an underworld scroll and a protection from undead scroll. But the fact that Demeter is the one who wrote it is a little bit like, you know their history, so maybe for Kastor it's not too surprising.
Okay. I still put it aside. I'm checking the other items, what they are. I don't take anything from the chest. I just rummage through it. But in the sense that I've touched everything in the chest, right? Because I'm just trying to find clues.
We can go through all of it if you like. There's...
Sure.
Okay.
Just quickly, let's say, so we don't lose time with the guys.
Alright. There's a bronze crown. It looks about 1,000 years old from the Anatolian era. Very old. There is an ivory statue of a woman, no one in particular, just very nicely crafted. There are red robes with gold trim around them. Look like it probably belonged to a king, and if you were to try to guesstimate his age, somewhere around the Mycenaean era. So, also pretty old. There's a silver necklace with a sapphire pendant, and it has like the emblem of a man kind of doing that heroic looking off in the distance thing going on. There is a potion with a purple liquid in it with a pink cloud swirling around it. And then there's a potion bottle with a gray thick liquid and bubbles kind of in it going around it. And other than that, that's about it. And then
no clue where the others, what happened with the others.
Nope. But I will put the scroll last in case you care to open it or look at it. But it is written in a language you do not recognize.
Do I recognize the potions?
You can try. Would you like to make a nature or arcana check?
I'll make a nature check, thank you very much. 17.
We'll do the pink one first. You can't quite recognize it.
Roll again for the other?
Yeah, go ahead.
20.
The other one is an oil of etherealness.
I put everything back in the chest, and I close the chest.
Alright, so you're taking nothing with you?
Yes.
Okay. You put it all back, close it back.
How many items were in the chest? Let me check. 2, 3. Curious and curious. Okay, I set off to find the others. How long was I gone for?
Not very long. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour.
And I didn't hear anything while I was, let's say...
No, you went pretty far because you didn't want them to hear or smell what was going on.
I keep moving back.
Okay. So if you go back around the corner and then kind of head left back towards the area you know you guys have been to, because to the right outside that little hallway area, you can see it's an open area about 25 feet by about 40 feet, but you don't know that area.
Do I see anything in the little corridor next to the chest where it makes this little corridor?
It looks to be like a 5 feet wide hallway, but nothing really down there.
All right.
Because your passive perception is so high and you regenerate, then we'll just kind of say you can walk back, and I'm sure you'll get burned, but then you'll heal up, you'll find a spot, you'll be alright. So you can go ahead and get back. But if you head back out of there, and you look left, and you kind of go back towards the statue of Demeter, where you had been with the party before, then outside of that area, you will actually see, like, in kind of a practicing stance, swinging around, a small, like, teal-handled spear with a hook at the very end of it. You'll see Pallas swinging it around, and as she kind of lunges forward with it a little bit, she stops and pivots on her back foot and draws her other short sword so that she has, the spear in one hand, a short sword in the other, and then she'll stop and she'll look at you. Hello.
Hello. I've been looking for you.
They are in the statue area, resting.
Oh, right.
Are you well?
Yes. Nothing else. Rest won't fix.
Okay.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes. And you walk in there. Immediately to the left, you see Andrak. By the statue, you see Malachi, Aldora, and Kiriki. And from there, we're going to go into previously on the Dungeon Speak podcast. Aldora found a chest. Hera whispered, "Not yours." And then a fist of thunder and radiant damage came down above the party as they were grouped up in front of this chest, doing some massive damage to everybody. The party found the loot, but decided they didn't want any part of it because Hera said, no. Malachi tried to ask for permission from Hera to keep the objects in the chest, but failed to gain words from her. Kiriki teleports the party out of the white light and in front of the statue of Hades. The room inside the grove walls grew colder. Malachi told the party goodbye, and after some discussion with the god of the underworld, Malachi borrowed the mask from Andrak and is able to see up there surrounded by dead warriors and priests. Malachi gains the ability to choose to summon the sword or the scythe And in my mind, they have different effects from which one he summons. Like, when he summons the sword, there's probably like a darkness about him. Maybe he gets his black robes back. He looks a little creepier. But when he summons the sword, maybe there's a better smell in the air. He seems a bit brighter. I don't know. Just, to me, different weapon, different flavor. You know what I'm saying? Hades heals the entire party through necrotic energy, but Andrak and Aldora see ghostly people periodically who leave scars that don't heal, acts that carry quite cruelty, acts that are led by betrayal and fear, acts that sowed sorrow. They crossed every line and smiled while doing it, and people who weren't just monsters, but people who stopped caring. Aldora only sees these actions every few minutes, but Andrak sees them almost every minute. They are fleeting visions with great detail before fading away like a shadow in the sunlight. As the party goes to leave, they are ambushed by a demonic bull. It tries to plow through Andrak, but just slams into him and is halted like a train hitting a wall. After the party breaks and bleeds this bull, who breathed fire into the room of the Hades statue, the presence of Hades was felt as the bull was lifted into air and his body was drained of life before it became a husk and dropped to the ground. The party discusses the difference between enjoying killing, murdering, and feeling honor from killing. The party roams freely, coming upon a creature that is stuck in thorny vines and trying to eat golden grapes. Malachi assassinates him but throws his scythe while doing it due to the thick vines. The party decides to head back to the Demeter statue to take a break, wait for Kastor, and get some grub. On the way, they stop and ponder where Pallas ran off to. Shortly after, Malachi goes to look for her. It doesn't take him long, though, before he finds her heading back to the group with a hooked spear that her father used and a staff made by Zeus for his head priest. She says Poseidon told her where the chest was and how to get it. When the party returns to the Demeter statue, they have a much-needed discussion about where everyone came from and some of their motives. As Aldora is explaining her massive love for Athena, Pallas decides to go for a walk. After that, everybody is relaxing and enjoying each other's company, before Kastor walks back into the room.
Oh, there you are. We were actually thinking about going and finding you. Are you okay?
Yes, I do apologize if I worried you.
Well, as much as one could be worried in a grove of the gods, and you are technically their keeper here, so I wasn't incredibly concerned, but, you know, there are demons everywhere, and yeah, it's good to see that you're okay.
Wandering off is a bad side effect of old age, I'm afraid.
Good making him feel important there, Malachi.
I'm sorry, is that my job?
It was just funny how you immediately were like, oh, didn't really care.
Oh, to be fair, I feel like if any of us were to get lost in this grove, Kastor would probably be the most, safe, I guess.
Well,
It's not that you're not valuable to us. Obviously, you have been since we started this adventure here, but no, I'm not worried about his safety in the grove that he is set charge of.
Just thought it was humorous. Welcome back, Kastor.
Thank you. I saw a chest full of things over where I left you. I'm surprised you didn't take anything.
Pest? Do you mean in the room with the blue light?
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah,
Wait.
Hera punched us and said no.
You were able to open that?
Oh, yeah, I rummaged through the whole thing.
Oh,
And
how
you
neat.
weren't attacked from a fist from the sky.
Thankfully not.
Then
I
maybe
don't
the
suppose.
items were meant for you.
I don't suppose you grabbed any of them.
No, as you know, I don't like meddling with the gods' business.
That is understandable. Well, I'm glad you're not hurt.
Did you
Thank you.
Did you happen to run into Pallas while you were walking about? She seems to have taken a stroll.
Again.
Right outside the room.
Oh, okay, good. Well, at least she hasn't gone far this time. Last time she wandered off, she came back with a series of items apparently given to her by Poseidon, or at least he led her to them. I'm not sure I'm not sure if I should trust that she's safe on her own, or if we should just accept that she's more guided in this place by her literal family.
Her grandfather is Poseidon, and he does tend to prefer his offspring.
You know, something's been eating at me for a minute since she told us that Poseidon led her to that place. When we interacted with the statue from Poseidon, there was something else in his stead there. Are we at all concerned about the implications?
Are you suggesting that something other than Poseidon sent Pallas on to search for this stuff?
Not necessarily. I'm more concerned about if Poseidon is directing Pallas in this place personally. Why was he not able to talk to us through his own statue? Is the thing that took control of the statue of equal power to him? Or is there something else going on that we don't know about? It's
The
just
gods-
curious is all.
The gods work in mysterious ways, so it would be really hard for us to tell.
Yes, you know, I'm all in favor of trusting the gods with certain things, but I'm getting rather tired of the old adage of the gods work in mysterious ways. Eventually, there's going to have to be answers.
We can pull them out.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Well, over time, answers will come. That's all I can really say. I know it's not necessarily things that you like to hear, but eventually answers will come. Where there's questions, there's an answer. You'll eventually cross paths with it.
Well, once again, I'm not terribly in favor of that concept, but I understand what you're saying.
Aldora's going to stand up and walk over to wherever Kastor said that palace was. I will be right back.
Be careful, please.
You step outside the room, and you kind of make just a U-turn to the left, going into that hallway that was connecting the two hallways. It's only about 15 feet long, and Palace is just in the middle of it, kind of just practicing swinging with the short spear. She looks proficient with it, as she is good with most weapons, but she looks like she's practicing, kind of trying to hook something from what you could guess, maybe around the ankles or something like that, like she's trying to practice bringing something to the ground. But as you come out there, she just kind of stops and looks up, smiles, and goes back to it.
Have you been doing alright?
She stops mid-movement and doesn't look at you. She just stares straight ahead. And it looks like she has a smile painted on her face. Like she's trying to think real hard about what she's saying. And then eventually she just says, yes. And she looks at you and smiles.
You've been acting a little bit different lately.
She asks you to go for a walk. Without your cats.
Oh. Yeah.
Aldora,
Aldora
what
will
the
shoot
fuck
the
is
cats
that
away.
cat?
Sorry, I can't do nothing about it. Grandma Cat's been really freaking loud lately.
She looks at you. It's fine. Just let's go for a walk. Me and you. No cats.
Meow, meow.
Okay.
She leads you kind of out the other side of it and just up the hallway to the right. And it's about 15 feet wide. And you can see at the very end of it is the corpses of those three creatures you guys fought. The two kind of toad-like creatures and the one malformed one. And she just slowly starts walking down there. And she says, are you well aware of Athena's history and practices?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
Sometimes I wonder if the information I do know is true.
So you dedicated yourself, your practices, and everything you do on vaguely?
Well, I'm sure you know. But it's I guess just slightly complicated. Before all of that, I was 100% in everything. I thought I knew, and I still feel sure to some degree, but there's still, even after all that, just a small amount of whether I question if I know the truth. The things I had believed in after what I had saw is just, I don't know.
She looks over her shoulder, over both of your shoulders, kind of like back down the hallway. Just, she's looking to make sure nobody's following, but she tries to be casual about it. And she says, I don't know what you were shown, but to ensure your trust, I would like to tell you that I am well aware of the part you played in the death of Hercules. And I don't tell you this to try to threaten you. I tell you this so that you know that you can trust me. But it's hard to trust you. Have you never heard of me?
I'm sorry. I haven't.
She kind of looks sad for a second, and she's like, yeah, I guess I wouldn't tell my followers about me either. I trained with Athena when she was young, for a very long time. 15 years, about. We fought together, trained together, we learned together. We even defeated some monsters together in our training. I don't actually know how long ago it was, though. It feels like a very, very long time for me. But do you know what happened? Do you know how Athena gained the eyes of her father?
From what we were told, it was through, basically, by the achievements that she has succeeded. The wars that she has helped so many soldiers win.
I didn't really know her much as a helper, but I was her first achievement. She killed me after over 15 years of friendship. She stabbed me in the chest because her father wasn't paying attention. That's it. That was what 15 years meant to her. Our friendship, sharing everything together, it meant so little that when she killed me, she told me, don't be dramatic. She kind of looks down and smiles to herself. I don't know if you've ever felt like your life was worth nothing, but nothing makes it feel like nothing more than somebody saying, don't be dramatic, when they kill you.
Aldora will hesitantly place her hand on Palace's shoulder. I'm really sorry about that.
And then she
that isn't
stabs
right. Don't be so dramatic. I'm kidding.
Damn. She says, I know it's not your fault. And you kind of feel her shoulder tense up a little bit before relaxing. She says, but every time I look at you, I'm reminded of the person who killed me. For nothing, in my opinion. I don't understand why, and I don't think I ever will. I don't want revenge. I am not Zosimi. But I would like to know why before my days are done. Again. But one thing I would like to share with you is there are many of us. So many. So many of us that were wronged by the gods that you serve. And we cannot be kept with the other spirits in the underworld. Because then we would spread the hatred of the Olympians, or the hatred we hold. Instead, we're kept in a separate space, where we're tortured. And this is the orders of Zeus. She kind of laughs to herself, and you can see she's her eyes are getting red, but she's kind of made of water, so it's hard to tell if she's crying. But she says, I actually heard Hades say that this isn't what he wanted. He didn't actually enjoy it. He didn't want to be part of it. But these are the orders of Zeus. He doesn't want the punished dealing with his servants. So we spend eternity being tortured.
I don't fully know what to say to this. I'm sorry, again, that all this has happened.
Don't be sorry. Just be better. Be better than her. I know you can be. And don't ever worship her out of fear. None of the Olympians. They are in fear. There are much more powerful beings than them, and those beings don't even want to be worshipped. They are a different path. But if you ever wanted to reach out to them, I could help you.
To the other people that had worshipped her?
No, to the other people who are more powerful than her. I believe you met one of them, maybe two.
Do you mind if I ask who they are?
I'm afraid to go too deep into it, but we can have a brief discussion. I believe you met one named Phoebe?
Yes, she was the one that had showed me back then that had made me question some things, actually.
Her eyebrow kind of raises a little bit. What did she show you?
She had shown me that of a woman, of a seamstress, who had just gotten too cocky, I suppose, claiming to be better than the gods. She was punished.
She kind of tilts her head. How was she punished?
Aldora remembers it in her head, but then tries to shake it off. She was turned into a spider. A monstrous spider.
Palace has bright white eyes, or like teal eyes, no pupil, but you see her eyebrows raised, and she's like, Arachne. Oh, she's not okay. That bitch is crazy.
That bitch eat people.
It's true. But I don't know who said that, but it's true.
So wait, you know of her?
Yes, I was freed along with her and... what's her name? I met her as Zosimi, and she was very angry. Like, there's different types of anger. So, Arachne is more of like the silent type, but don't go to sleep. And Zosimi was more of the outspoken, I'm going to kill you type. She was so angry and vengeful. She hates Athena and Poseidon so much. She never went into detail though. She wants to be the one to kill Athena. I don't think she can, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I might take her off her up one of these days. But
That's okay.
for now, I think I'm just gonna figure some more things out and kind of think it over. There's a lot going on, and there's so many demons and monsters around, it's really hard to think.
She smiles. It's true, there are so many. There are lots of opportunities here.
I wanted to say, the main reason I came over out here, too, was to say thank you for not ever saying anything.
She gets a straight face. If you would like to thank me, do it by following your heart above all else. Stay true to who you want to be. For you.
What I want is to still protect the people of this world.
I've heard there was a different age, and I'm hoping we can see it again. Someday. Until then, and she kind of like regrips her short sword and the spear, and she like kind of jabs out the spear. We're gonna kill some demons.
We sure will.
I don't hate you anymore, Aldora.
Oh. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I suppose I will leave you back to your training. If you want to join us, you can. You don't have to exclude yourself. I don't mind your company.
I just wanted to go for a walk. I think I'll try the corn. I've heard it's divine.
Alright.
Palace takes 36 points of necrotic damage for breaking the fourth wall.
I forgot. I can't even remember what the things was I was on that list.
A lot. Palace and Aldora head back to the party. You guys see them come back in.
Did you get what you needed out of your little walk, I suppose?
Yes, I did. She will give a cheerful, little smile.
Palace gives a thumbs up.
Good. Well, Does everybody feel well rested? Should we continue on?
I am tip top.
Did we actually take a short rest or a long rest? I don't remember.
You guys took a short rest.
We took a short rest. That's right. I don't think I actually did that, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
There's a few reminders that I would like to go over if you don't mind. Kirky, you have 1 hour left of prop up C. Foresight. Shit, there it is. I don't know why my mind was blank. Yes,
Has it been 8 hours?
It's been 7 at the end of the long rest.
You mean the short rest?
Short rest, sorry. It'll be 7 hours at the end of the short rest, and then you'll have 1 hour left. And then there's actually 2 other things that I wanted to quickly step on. So, one of the reasons that it's not just wipe out the demons, and we kind of went over this slightly, but whenever I had you roll the Constitution save throw for the Abyssal Bull, which I said was +9, he actually could have resisted Hades' spell. Like, the Olympians are not used to creatures who can actually put up a fight. So this is a very different kind of fight than they're used to, especially since there's so many of these creatures. Like, with the Titans, it was like, there's fucking 100 of them. Who cares? These, it's like, oh shit, what's going on? When you guys decided to run through the light, I don't know if you guys know about this, and I probably should have said something then, but whenever you're moving fast, whether it's sprinting, running, double moving, whatever you want to call it, if you are moving quickly, you actually get a -5 to your perception. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's fun. And then we usually go over spells, but we didn't, and I don't know why I didn't. But I had Becca roll a D100, and I forgot to say why. So her helmet acts like the teleport spell, which is very specific wording because that means you have to roll a D100. And there's a shit ton of different options. Permanent circle, associated object, very familiar, seen casually, viewed once, description, or it's just a false destination, like somebody tells you about something that doesn't exist. If there's permanent circle or associated object, it's 100, like 1 through 100, you're right on target. Very familiar, there's a 5% chance that there's a mishap. There is a 6 through 13, similar area, 14 through 24, which she got a 17. That means off target. Like you go close, but not quite there. And then 25 through 100 on target. And then the chances of it happening just go up from there. Like if somebody just describes it, 1 through 43, mishap. So big chance there. So that's fun stuff to just keep in mind. And then that's why when I had her roll a D100, 17 came up. And you guys went 1d8, which was northeast, east, southeast, south, like that direction. Mm-hmm. Y'all rolled that. You went southeast. You ended up in that room. So that was just happenstance that you guys went into the room with the statue of Hades.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you put us there on purpose. Not gonna lie.
That was fate.
Wow.
At its best. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not like a dangerous thing. Well, I mean, it can be. But just something to keep in there. And then also, I'm going to show this to you real quick, Macy. So there is a doorway right here. You can see it on the map. When you and Palace went for a walk through that 15-foot wide hallway, for whatever reason, there's a doorway right there, but the wall on the map itself is not acting quite right. So when you walk past there, you see a dead-looking tree that is quite large in this room that's about 25 feet long, 15 feet wide, and you don't know why there's a dead tree in there, but that's just something that, I don't know, probably would have stuck out to you. But because the map isn't acting right, I had to show you about it.
Okay.
With all the way... Sorry, go ahead. Floor's yours.
So, as Malachi stands up from where he was sitting in the grass, he kind of dusts himself down. Which direction do we think we should go in next? I think Palace technically explored south of here. She said there wasn't any demons down there, but we could always look down there, or we could press in towards the north again. Does anybody have any recommendations?
There is something that I did see that earlier that I wanted to take a closer look at, if you don't mind.
Yeah, any direction is good. By all means, lead us there.
Dora will walk out the room and then go down the hall, taking a left.
Malachi will follow.
Oh shit, where'd you go? That way.
Beaver the beaver?
Oh wait, you can't even enter the room.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It messed up. There you go.
Okay.
You guys head out the Demeter room, head left down the short hallway, and she leads you to a small room. And as you go in this room, to the left, about 15-20 feet, you can see where it turns off into maybe another hallway. But in the center of this small room, about 25 feet long, 15 feet wide, you can see it is sun's at its highest peak. Grove walls, as anywhere else, the grass is green, but in the very middle of this room is a very dead tree.
That tree is surprisingly dead.
Would I know anything about it because it looks very unnatural to me as a druid in this room?
What check would you like to make here?
Nature?
Go ahead, roll a nature check. It is a gnarled tree with obsidian black bark and glowing red fruit starts to grow on it as you're looking at it. There wasn't any on there before, but as you're looking, you see this fruit starting to grow.
21?
You've never seen this tree before? You've never seen any shape like it before?
I'm curious. This is not a tree I'm familiar with.
I mean, I could be completely misunderstanding the point here, but isn't it supposed to be that no plant life can die here? We've burned grass and it grew back immediately, so I'm just curious.
Well, yeah, that's the point exactly. I think this is how it is supposed to be, which is, I think, even more concerning.
That's why I was so confused, and I thought I would bring this to you guys. I
What?
saw only a glimpse of it, and everything is, like you guys said, everything is supposed to be alive. So why is this the only thing that's dead?
Todd,
Dylan?
you said there's fruit growing on it.
Yes. As you're standing there looking at it, wondering about it, red fruit is starting to grow on it. It's fist-sized and shaped almost like a plum.
I want to try something. Give me a moment. I cast Speak with Plants from my staff.
Oh, shit.
Smart.
Hey, tree, what the fuck's up with you?
What up, homie?
What up, my guy? Are you a tree? No.
So it says, I will read the spell for you, Todd. You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth, such as thicket and undergrowth, into ordinary terrain that lasts for the duration. Or you can turn ordinary terrain where plants are present into difficult terrain. Plants might be able to perform other tasks on your behalf at the DM's discretion. The spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves. And then it's about plant creatures.
Okay. You cast it. Do you have to touch it in order to do that?
No, it's like a radius around me.
Oh, okay. So you cast that spell. You see the tree shake a little, but it does nothing.
I try to talk to it. Hello, friend. Who put you here? And I touch the bark.
You clever. Okay. You touch it, and it feels cold, but kind of warms up. And as you ask that, you hear in your head And I'm assuming everybody else hears kind of like a weird groaning sound coming from the tree. You hear like a, well, aren't you clever?
I wouldn't say clever, friend. Just, I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
I'm impressed with what you've done, so I won't hurt you for casting spells on my tree. But I will tell you, my purpose here is to show that only the worthy may partake without paying the ferryman.
How did you come to be in this place?
I will tell you no more.
So, the fruits you bear would hurt us if we are not worthy. Am I true to understand that?
You see the tree kind of sag, and it doesn't say anything else.
Well, I turn to the others. It only told me that it will not hurt the ones that are worthy, whatever that means.
And don't suppose it told you what we have to be worthy of?
No, I have to say it had quite the attitude compared to all the other plants I've spoken to.
Okay, so it's a sassy tree. Okay.
You see a little sunflower nearby go.
Bitter would be the word I would use more than sassy.
Kindred soul.
Perhaps that makes you worthy.
Minus Sassicus.
What's your recommendation? You have spoken to it. Do you believe interacting with it would benefit us at all?
Personally, I think that there's no reason to risk anything. Why meddle with it? It's not part of what we are doing here, and I would say move on. Or would you like to risk it? It seems that everything in this place is a risk-reward. The statues, the treasures, and whatnot. The question is, how far are we going to press our luck with the gods?
Do you believe that this tree is some kind of conduit for a god? Or is it of its own nature?
I do not think if it's of its own nature. I know a lot about plants, and this does not look like something it's from the natural realm. This was created, I would say, in my opinion.
Did it offer up any advice for how to interact with it? An offering? Should we?
Unfortunately not.
I see. Do you believe it's safe to touch?
Well, I have touched it. It feels a bit cold on the touch. Also, strengthening my belief that it's not natural. But other than that, I seem to be fine.
Malachi is going to step forward and lay a hand along the trunk of the tree.
It does indeed feel cold to the touch, but it also has like a eerie, familiar feeling to it.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check on it? See
Sure,
if
go
I
ahead.
recognize if this is a magic that he's relatively familiar with. Ooh, it's a natural 20 for a 24.
This is a tree that grows along the river Styx.
Oh. You see, he kind of pulls his hand back and looks at it, and then looks at the tree. I thought I felt something familiar when I touched it, but now I'm realizing I have seen this kind of tree before. This, it's a tree that I've seen along the river Styx when I was making my journey to the underworld. What are you doing here? He says, looking at it quizzically.
Do I hear it answer?
No.
Malachi is going to pull out, he's going to summon his scythe as it appears in his hand in a wreath of shadows, and then he's going to plant it kind of in the ground in front of the tree. Fellow entity of the underworld, I greet you. I understand you can't speak to me, however, my friend here has apparently spoken to you before. If you can understand what I'm saying, perhaps you would avail us of your purpose here. Why you stand in this grove instead of along the river where you once belonged.
No response.
He looks quizzically at Kastor.
I shrug. Like, nothing.
Malachi's feeling a little crazy and brave. He's going to reach up and pluck one of the fruits.
As you do, a burst of coldness and shadows moves in a circle around the tree, almost pushing everyone back. It is so strong. But in that moment, I would like each and every one of you to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, everyone. Oh, that's
This
supposed to be a
has-
7.
I mean,
Shit.
How much must we push our luck with things we find in this place?
I'm gonna re-roll with my inspiration.
Is
Also
this
use-
a magical effect?
Yes.
Use
Damn
the right fucking
You had one
modifier
job,
this time.
Malachi. You had one
I-
job.
I'm re-rolling, okay? Okay, that one's better. I used the wrong modifier and rolled shitty, so I re-rolled with inspiration and the correct modifier. Okay, we're good. This is why Malachi wouldn't survive the zombie apocalypse. He's always doing stupid things.
That's true. I would like to change my opinion and vote no.
Yeah, it's a black tree with red fruit in the middle of a grove. What could go wrong? Let's take one.
Yeah.
All right. What did everybody get for their wisdom saving throws?
Malachi got a 23.
Nice.
Kastor got a 13.
Not good.
Nope.
21.
Nice.
22.
Nice.
18.
Not bad. Kastor,
You.
this is the best person to have this effect on them. You guys see Kastor look a little drained of life. His skin tone takes on almost a darkened black color, and it looks like his life is a little bit drained from him as he is affected by a ferryman's touch, which honestly doesn't have that much effect from where he is now, but he has disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks for an hour. The rest of you, emboldened by the river Styx, have advantage on strength and dexterity checks for the next hour. So, ironically, the druid won't be able to drop kick anybody or throw trees, but the rest of you are just fine.
Awesome. Malachi holds this fruit in his hand. Does it give off anything specific?
No. It feels cool, and it feels moist, like it's a freshly grown fruit from a very lively tree.
I definitely felt something wash over us. It is a familiar feeling. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that would do something to everybody. Is everybody all right?
Been better.
Yeah, you look a little like I used to right now.
You foolish child, I told you not to touch the fruit.
Yes,
He's a
you
bit,
did.
He's a bit pived about the situation, but he's trying not to lose his composure.
I apologize, Kastor. I should defer to a person like you when interacting with plants. It's just I was drawn in by its nature of being a plant from the underworld in this place is strange to me, and given my history, I was drawn by curiosity. I will try to curb that in the future.
Well, a plant from the underworld, if anything begs to be left alone, is a plant from the underworld, don't you think?
It's tricky. I have a deeper relationship with things from the underworld than most would. I'm sorry.
It's almost
Yeah,
as
just-
if you don't know the story of Persephone.
Great, now you're married to Hades.
All I
think
want to say is that I am in no hurry to witness the underworld myself.
I think Hades has a deeper grip on me than marriage could ever do. But yeah, I think that we're probably good to move on. I don't feel like interacting with this is going to do any more for us. I apologize again for messing around with it.
I believe we're done here. Surprisingly, I don't feel bad afterwards, so...
I do feel a bit strengthened. I'm not going to lie. I was not sure if that was just me because I was the one who interacted with it, but
What's down?
Kastor is using his cane a little bit more as a crutch to move. Right now.
Kastor, do you wish for me to carry you?
No, thank you. That will definitely not be necessary.
I thought I'd offer at least.
I would like to do something.
Appreciate it.
I'm not sure if this would work with this specific thing, but Malachi is going to look over to Kastor and say, perhaps I can reverse the problem. And he's going to touch Kastor's shoulder and cast Remove Curse on him.
Little did you know, it has the opposite effect. He's now even more cursed.
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, blah, 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 blah. So, does that work, Todd?
Roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier, your casting ability.
Like a spell attack, basically?
Well, yeah, but minus your proficiency. So just your charisma.
Okay.
Except Felix.
7. It's an 18.
An 18.
I mean, this is a little metagaming, but you didn't have to do it for the minus dexterity and strength for 1 hour.
Yes, but Malachi feels bad.
All right.
As he should.
So you do it for your own conscience then. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Malachi does most things for his own conscience.
Imagine feeling shame.
I'd like to stop, but I can't help it.
That works.
It
the
works.
curse is removed from him.
Oh,
And I feel like, without making you do any rolls, you do probably know that that was a curse from the ferryman,
Mm-hmm.
and you just removed it.
Mm-hmm.
His curse, his punishment, so you'll probably have to deal with that later.
That's fine with me, because Malachi is a cursed man.
You walk to the boat at the river Styx, and he's like, You're like, what do you mean, nuh-uh?
You're swimming.
Malacha'd probably
You're
be like,
swimming
yeah,
today."
well, this is just my lot in life, I guess. Anyways, he does that, and then he looks at Kastor. Did that help?
Oh, yeah, it actually feels a lot better. And he just gets his stride again. Not the best stride, but yeah. A bit better than before.
He's an old
Malachi-
man.
Malachi lowers his head and says, I'll probably have to deal with that at a later time. I realize now as I did that, you were marked by the ferryman. So, congratulations. You'll probably be able to cross the river Styx whenever it is that you die, and as normal. But I might not. Not that that's a concern for me, but...
I thank you nonetheless.
Shall we continue on then? Clear the rest of this verdant grove.
Yes, let's move forward. No sense in
I-
dwelling anymore.
It's vague, but if I remember correctly, there's hallways that we haven't explored up this way.
And he'll move past Kastor and Malachi. He starts turning left towards the 15-foot wide hallway that they fought the funny frogmen in.
We'll just keep the order as it usually is. Andrak and Kiriki out front. I believe Malachi and Kastor is usually in the middle, and the rear is Aldora and Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So you head up this very long hallway. I did go ahead and change your sights and visions, so you should be able to see a lot further now. But the hallway itself is roughly 100 feet. I think it's like 90 or something. Before you actually get to the corpses of the two frog creatures and the malformed creature. When you get to that point, it turns a sharp right. And it goes about 15, 20 feet before it turns right again into another hallway. Or it goes into a small indention or dead end which is 10 feet by 10 feet. And then if you keep going straight, you'll just go back to where you were before with the corpses.
Perhaps take a right here, Andrek. I think if we keep going straight, we'll end up in a loop.
I believe so. I think we should. I don't believe we've been down this way yet, so.
It looks vaguely familiar, but this place is a maze, so I'm thinking we might find something new if we go to the right. I think the straight is going to lead us back around to where we originally were.
The digital map we are looking at does show that we haven't been this way yet.
After about 10 feet, it will turn to the right. There's a small little doorway to the right immediately down the next hallway, and it looks like there's a very long hall down there, or after that doorway. Beside that doorway, it goes straight, again, very far. On the left-hand side, after about 30 feet, you can see it turns off to the left. Kastor, that is where you found yourself during your upset stomach. Andrek, I have a quick question for you. Can you see down that hallway with the doorway to the right?
I just looked down. I wasn't originally. And yes, technically I can.
You can see it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Andrek, no, it's fine. So, as you go there and you go around the corner just a little bit, you can see in that small hallway, past that doorway, is one of these malformed creatures, these demonic creatures. It seems by itself from what you can see so far, but it's hunched over. It looks like it has 2 arms on its right-hand side, 1 arm on its left, and it's got like 1 horn that goes straight back, and a hunchback, and a very long tail. But it is probably about 20-25 feet into the hallway itself. It doesn't seem to notice you yet.
Andrek's going to start using hand signs, and he's going to point down the hallway and make a slash across his throat.
There's death down that hallway. Don't do it. Don't go.
So anyways, Malachi running up. No, I was kidding.
Malachi goes right into death.
Running ahead.
He goes straight into Thanatos and says, "Hey, bitch, take me."
Malachi looks at Andrek as he gives these hand signals and gives him a nod, and then like motions with his head, nodding off in that direction, like take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look back, make sure everybody agrees.
All right, nod.
Aldora gives a thumbs up.
Sorry, Todd, what were you saying?
The malformed creature also nods. Like, it's good to go.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
Just love. I'm sorry. That was really funny to me personally for some reason.
We have to make sure he's all right with the situation.
You look down the hallway, it's holding up a thumb, and then it like goes back to pretending like it can't see you.
In my head, Andrek turned around to us, and we all nodded, and there was another creature behind us that also nodded. You know? In line with the rest of us.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, you should go kill that thing. I don't know what it is, though.
Kill it. Fulfill
Yeah,
your
gang.
potential.
Let's do this.
Thank you, Zolthar the Destroyer. You have been a valuable member of our party for so long.
So yeah, Malachi for once is going to wait for Andrek to move in first.
Gonna take a step forward, ready to charge. Let's see, how far? He's going to ready both of his hand axes before he runs.
All right.
And then he's
Okay.
going to run in.
Palace is going to go around to your left behind you because she's faster than you.
Malachi reaches his hand out, and this glowing green energy of like vines extends from his hands and then forms into the sword of Persephone. And his eyes flash a bright green for a moment.
Go Power Rangers.
Do we get Power Ranger suits?
Yeah,
Initiative, please.
I'm both the Black Ranger and the Green Ranger at the same time.
I'm the
Bruh,
blue
you don't
Power
get to be
Ranger.
both.
Rest in peace.
I'm the blue Power Ranger. I'm the red Power Ranger. I'm the white I'm the Power Ranger that wears white.
Sir?
Is Andrek the red Power Ranger or the bronze Power Ranger?
Gotta be red.
Initiative counts as a dexterity ability, correct? So we have advantage on that.
We did establish that a while back when you had disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
It's true. Kastor, you have straight rolls. Everybody else has advantage. Except for Palace.
That's fine.
Kiriki, how did you do?
24.
Andrak.
19.
Malachi.
23.
Ooh, look at y'all competing for top spot. Aldora.
12. You said that everyone has advantage on the roll?
Yeah, everybody who
Yes,
was in
ma'am.
the room when I plucked the fruit.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
hold on. Let me just do one more roll then. Sorry, I just want to double check before I... Yeah, I got a 12.
Bless.
Okay. Kastor.
17.
All right. So, Kiriki, he pulls out his 2 hand axes and he starts stepping around the corner. But you are super fast. You are Kiriki. In front of you is Aldora, Malachi, Kastor, and Andrak. And then around the corner to the right is a doorway, and around that corner is the hallway. What do you want to do?
Use I'm guessing my full movement to squeeze
Yeah.
past my party members.
Can't you crawl on walls?
She tried that before and it didn't go up, remember?
Yeah, well, the wall just kept going up.
She did great
That's
that
what
time.
happened last time. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if he was hinting that she could go over the wall or...
No.
No, she could climb over us. That would take as much movement.
Kiriki sees y'all draw your weapons. Kiriki comes around the corner and sees nothing. And is standing there with her weapons in both hands and is like, huh? Because I don't see the monster. Kiriki don't see the monster. I don't see nothing.
Andrak
Kiriki's
hand signaled that there was death in the next hallway.
Yeah, I don't see it. Kiriki probably misread his hand signals.
She's just like, what the fuck, Andrak? What are you doing?
Now's not the time to eat.
Yeah, she comes around the corner and sees nothing. So that's the end of her turn.
Do you want to hold anything?
Even if it comes into view, it has to come up to Kiriki. So no.
Okay. Malachi, it is your turn. You also think Andrak is hungry. No, I'm just kidding. So in front of you is Kastor, Andrak, and Kiriki, and Palace to your far left. Or left.
Okay. Malachi is going to take a step forward to where he can see this thing just barely through the doorway and down the hall a ways. He's going to pull out his sword, focus on it, and cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at it from all the way over here.
Safe. Smart. Go ahead. 2 rolls to hit. See if you can hit this thing. It is super armored.
18 for the first hit,
That hits.
and 30 for the second one.
I mean, that's just unnecessary, but yeah, that hits.
All right.
This poor creature, minding his own business, just kind of looking at the wall, admiring the beauty that he did not have in his previous life in the Abyss, being a slave, the lowest of the demons. And he's just like, it's so pretty here. All of a sudden, he's getting attacked from everywhere. He's like, ah!
It takes 18 points of damage as 2 green-hued spectral versions of Malachi shoot down the hall and slash into it as they pass by it.
Ow. It just cries out in pain.
And then, because that's technically a bonus action for him to do that, he's going to use his action to ready an attack should they get close to it.
Alrighty. Andrak, it is your turn. Kiriki ran up to be next to you. She's looking around, doesn't see shit. Behind you, Malachi is pointing, and you see green people down the hallway. You can just barely see this creature through the hall, or through the slide up doorway.
Andrak is going to begin running. He starts booking it down the hallway, past, away from most people's line of sight, because the only 2 who can see him now are Palace and Malachi. And as he runs, he takes both of his hand axes, and he's gonna throw them! Because he can't actually get up to them, but, a hand axe. That's a 12.
To hit?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think you've ever rolled that low.
The 4 on the die.
That does not help. Or that does not hit. Sorry.
He chucks one and misses. Falls into a bush. Second one. 25.
A 25 will hit. This creature, assaulted by green energy around it, cries out in pain. It turns around, kind of ducking just out of instinct, and this hand axe flies over its head, and then another one just flies into its chest for
6 points of damage.
Ow. It just kind of looks at you like stunned and sad.
Now, I didn't draw a weapon this turn, so could I draw the spear and throw it? Because I did prep my hand axes before running.
Do you have 3 attacks?
Yes.
Damn. Yes, you could.
Cool. Throwing a spear. Same bonus, though, and that's a 16 to hit?
A 16 will hit. It just looks down at this action in its chest, and it's just crying out in pain. You can see tears coming down its malformed face.
5 more points of damage as the spear throw.
Fuck, dude, that's a hard hit. Alright.
That was
He
low.
now has a spear also, like, in through its side where its kidney should be if it was a real human. Chest, or hand axe in its chest, spear in its side, green things assailing it, and it's just,
Yeah, fuck you, guy.
Kastor, it
fuck
is
was
your
that noise?
turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Let me-
Go ahead one more time, Andrew.
Oh, that's all.
Oh.
I will keep it simple. I will come over here. This is alive, right?
Yes, sir. It's still alive. But it has a spear through its stomach and a hand axe in its chest.
I will use a thorn whip to it. Second. I think it's an
So you
attack.
go
right?
around the corner, go through the doorway, and go about 10 feet down this hallway from the doorway before you whip it good.
18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
It takes 2d6 points of damage. 4. And I drag it next to Andrak, like 5 feet.
Alright. So it is right in front of Andrak, and there's no saving throw, right? Like a strength saving throw, it just happens.
If the attack hits, the creature takes X amount of piercing damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up 10 feet closer to you. Nothing else.
Well, alright. As it's crying out in pain, it's yanked to the ground and then dragged. That's a rough fucking day. Aldora, shockingly, you go before other people. What would you like to do?
Oh, Aldora will go around the corner to see what the fuck we're fighting. Oh, wait, so that's what, 15. And then notice that the wall splits up.
See a small opening. Well, not small, it's 10 feet wide doorway.
So Aldora's gonna go around the corner. And then
See a creature on the ground in front of Andrak with a thorn whip, or with a thorn pulling it down. Spear through its stomach, hand axe in its chest. Crying out in pain.
she shall cast Toll of the Dead.
Da-da-da-da-da. What kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
Oh, fuck. He gets a +1. Let's see how this goes. Oh, no. That is a total of a 4.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Rip.
Say
That'll be a
3
fun
plus
time
1
for
for
me.
those who are counting.
So 10 necrotic, 1 radiant, for a total of 11.
Ow. Alright. It's still alive, but now it's crying out in pain, holding its head, bleeding from its nose and ears, and its chest and its stomach as it was dragged around the ground.
It's a bad day for this dude.
I mean,
He's getting jumped in an alley, dude.
is there anything else you would like to do, Aldora?
There is nothing else I can do other than be upset that I rolled 2 1s on that roll.
Oof, that's rough. That could have been much more damage then.
I know.
Alright, after that, it is Palace's turn. All she can really do is run up, because she can't use her bonus action unless she uses an attack action, and she can only get behind Andrak with all of her movement, so she will run around to be the opposite side of this creature on the ground with Andrak, essentially flanking it, giving Andrak +2 and her +2. But till the creature gets up, they have advantage anyways. That's all she can do. After that, it is his turn. He is going to stand. And he's going to look at you, Andrak, and he's going to say, "I was so fast funny."
What the fuck did you just say?
He's going to wait a second, and then he's going to attack. He's going to try to claw you twice. It is a 14 to hit.
Todd,
Uh-huh.
no.
What about a 15?
No.
Oh, man.
This poor thing's existence is get jumped, try to fight back, fail.
Yep. Kirky. Top of the next round, it is your turn. You saw everybody run into this hallway. You hear weird noises, but that's about it.
There's definitely one down there, I promise.
Kirky's gonna run down the corner and come over here and see what in the fuck is that. It looks so sad.
It is. You see a hatchet in its chest, a spear in its side. It's bleeding out of its ears and eyes. It looks really sad and hurt. And it looks like it's pleading while clawing at Andrak.
I just don't have the movement to get down there. But I also don't want to hurt myself to throw something. Kirky turns the corner and like sees it and is like, "Oh, that's just not worth it." She puts both of her swords away and is watching.
Insult to injury. God damn.
It's not even worth my efforts, this pathetic fucking creature.
Dear
It's
diary,
already,
worst day ever.
it's already being surrounded by Andrak and Pallas and already looking miserable. There's nothing else she could do at this point other than end its suffering, maybe slightly faster, but
It's Jorge's
so
no
sad.
good, very bad day.
Alright, his name is now Jorge.
For like approximately 4 more seconds while we kill it.
You never know. Malachi, it is your turn. Show us what a natural one looks like.
Yeah, turn yourself old again.
Honestly, I'm kind of in the boat with Kiriki here as he's looking down the hall. He's seeing the circumstances and he's like, "No, I think I'll just wait it out. I'm gonna take the dodge action and pass my turn."
You're not even gonna bonus action pew pew?
No, this is well handled by now. Malachi doesn't see any more down there, so he's just gonna wait.
Alright. Andrak, this creature's standing in front of you. You can draw your sword and attack it, but your spear is right there in its side if you want to just draw your spear by pulling it out and then stabbing it again.
Sword time.
Fair enough.
That would be pretty brutal, though, to just pull the spear out and then put it back in.
That is funny.
17 to hit for the first one.
17 will hit, yes, sir.
20 to hit for the second one.
Yes, sir. That'll hit.
And coming around for the third, which will be a soft crit, is a 21 to hit.
Yep. And you actually had +2. I don't know if you did that or not because of the flanking.
Oh, I also have advantage.
Oh, wait.
Did he
Did
stand
you do
up?
Fighting
Wait.
Spirit?
Oh shit, he did stand up. I forgot. It was
Yeah.
his turn already.
I don't throw
would-
it prone, just so you know. Did you throw it prone?
Wait, you drag it without knocking it prone?
No, just moves it.
Oh.
Wow.
Awkward.
Well, damage time.
it was
sorry if
flavored,
it wasn't
flavored
clear.
prone.
It was flavored prone.
Yeah.
It was prone flavoring. The
I hear they
taste
got
of
that.
death.
I heard
Delicious.
they got that in Top Ramen these days.
Yeah. The first two, as he comes up and then down, is a 29 total points of damage. And for the soft
Yes.
crit, that's going to be 24 more points of damage.
I'm sorry, I lost track. What were the two numbers again? 29, 24?
Yeah, 53 total.
Alright, that second swing cleaves right through him, right between the spear and the hand axe in his chest, cleaving him in two. You see Pallas kind of smiling watching this, and she's like, "That's amazing!" This creature just looks up at you. "I'm so full."
Andrek rips the spear out. Great. Whatever this pathetic fucking thing was got blood on my spear. He wipes it on the creature.
Sounds like the character in Tropic Thunder that he played in the movie. What's the mentally challenged one?
You never go full retard.
Simple Simon, I think it was.
Yeah, simple something. Yeah.
What a movie. What a movie Tropic Thunder
I love
was.
that movie.
It was better.
so much.
It was certainly one
cinema.
of the movies of all time.
A movie that cannot be redone today.
Oh, fuck no.
No.
I've never seen
Not
it.
even close.
Of course you haven't, Becca. Why would you? It was a movie.
I can kind of tell from over here, but is it dead now?
Yes. I'm taking my hand axes back.
What was it?
I don't know. Pathetic.
It looks
Dead.
sad.
That's what it is.
Do you want to see it? He'll pick it up.
Oh,
It was quite pathetic.
its
Put it
third arm
down.
just kind of like falls to the ground.
Put it down, it might be contagious.
I didn't even hit that arm. I do not know how that fell off.
Is there anything else down that hall?
It looks like it brings us back to the tree that you blew Kastor up with.
Oh, God. So let's not go back there. Maybe we'll go over down this hall as he points straight down the hall that's not like adjacent to them.
Andrek throws the pathetic creature over his shoulder as he walks away.
Damn. All right, so about 20 feet down, Kastor, you will recognize that as the hall that goes to the left that you kind of were around earlier when you started looking for them. And then straight down this hallway will bring you back to the room with Ares' statue.
If we make a left here, I think there is a part that we haven't been before.
Oh, good. All right, let's go that way. Andrak, if you'd be so kind. He motions forward.
He shuffles along like a waddling penguin. Totally.
All right, you guys get around the corner and you see this hallway is probably about 50, 60 feet long before it opens up into the hallway where you fought that big, fat, white creature. Or to the right, there's two more hallways.
There are hallways up this way. We should investigate.
Oh, there's that fat, ugly thing.
Yes,
we've been there, but you say these other hallways we haven't been down.
I do not believe we explored this way after we fought that thing.
Oh, good. Okay. This
I don't
place
mean to
is-
interrupt you, but I have to. As you guys are walking and talking, Kastor, Aldora, and Andrak, there's something about the right side of this wall that just doesn't seem in line with the rest. Like, as you're walking, it's like one of the leaves catches your eye, so something catches your eye to where it brings your attention to it, and you look at it, and it's almost a different shade a little bit, but it blends very, very well.
This is not the same shade of green.
What?
HGTV has taught me that.
That's funny.
I'm sorry. I'm taking a second to really let that sink in. You're concerned because the leaves are not the same color green as the other leaves.
Yes, during sailing, you have to watch for different spots of water. They usually indicate something is below. This patch of leaves are different than the others. Something strange about them.
I would have to agree with the big man.
Well, I've been proven to be rather ignorant of the nature of this place before. By all means, investigate the strangely colored leaves.
Investigate the strangely colored leaves.
All right, roll an investigation check. Would
Oh,
anybody like
boy.
to help them, or
Yeah, I would help.
Ooh, boy, I get
Do
advantage.
I,
Wait,
how do we do the helping thing? Do I roll
Wait.
anything or?
here's a question.
no? Just tell
What-
him how.
What's your investigation modifier, Kastor?
Oh, you're not gonna like it. I think. Wait. 3.
That's better
Here-
than mine.
Okay, I investigate.
Here-
You help.
I help
Kiriki,
him.
we're coming to the end of your hour if you want to help them or do something real quick so you can have advantage.
Not to throw a wrench in both of your guys' plans, but I've got a +4 if you guys want me to look.
That's better than my 0.
No, Kiriki has no idea what's going on. She's just kind of watching.
Oh, all right. I just wanted you
Yeah,
to have
I bet
advantage
she
on
watches.
something.
Pervert.
I will roll a separate investigation check just by myself, along with Kastor getting help from Andrak.
All right.
I will also cast Druidcraft to see if the leaves behave differently than the others. Let's see if I try to make them greener or grow them a little bit and see if they react similarly or not. Oh, nice roll.
You too.
Yeah.
Okay, after you get done complimenting each other, let me know what you rolled.
You do have advantage, Dimitris, because
I do?
Andrak is helping you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
giving you the help action.
Nope,
That did not
you're
help.
not. No, you're not. 15 for Kastor.
15 for Malachi as well.
Jesus, guys. And Kiriki's doing nothing while they...
Well, she's watching them, like, poke at the wall, but her perception's not high enough to understand that there's different forms of colors.
She did hear them
She's
talking.
colorblind.
I assume.
Huh?
She did hear them talking about how they're strange, I assume.
Yeah, but she doesn't see where.
Ah, okay.
Does she have
She'll-
investigation?
Yeah, she'll wander up and be like, get like a little too close because personal space is not her forte. What are we looking at?
Strange color of green coats this wall.
Todd, do we see here an indentation on the walls, or is it...
No, that's
smooth?
another hallway down there.
Oh, that's a
second
hallway.
lower.
So we see the hallway
Yeah.
there. Okay.
I guess Kiriki will roll an investigation check.
Aldora will join and do the same.
$5 says she rolls a natural 20.
Which one of us?
You always.
Nope, that's a 12.
Ah!
Kiriki's
sorry.
colorblind.
And what roll perception?
You know what?
What?
Go ahead, Aldora. Roll perception.
Oh, 22.
A 22. You're looking at it. You know what? The leaves are cut. The branches are lined up. You kind of take a step back. I think that's a fucking door.
It's a door.
It's
That makes us look like fools.
I never said I was intelligent.
So
No,
wait,
no, I
hold-
don't see a door.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking. It looks like the rest of the hedge. You're sure it's a door?
Yeah,
Open it.
Aldora will kind of squeeze between Kastor and Kiriki and try to feel for the doorknob. And
You don't. Oh, let me move. Boop. You don't feel, or you don't see a doorknob of any kind. Right there.
Okay. Aldora will kind of just push on it.
You do feel it give a little bit, but you feel like you're going to need to give it a little bit more of a push.
Do I need to roll a strength roll? If I try to
would
push it more.
love it. Try to push it. Push it real good.
You have advantage.
Hold on, let me get my tambourine.
Do you actually have a tambourine?
I
I used to, but I don't anymore.
I swear these cats are giving me anxiety because I can hear them trying to mess with stuff on the sink because they're obsessed with being on the counters. 19.
A 19. You plant your feet. You use your quadricep muscles in your legs to really push and dig in there. And you feel the wall give way as you push it open to reveal a door that didn't open like it was supposed to. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Hey, look, she was right. It was a door.
Oh, I'll be damned again, I guess.
Told you the wall was weird.
Oh, good eyes, both of you, as he looks at Andrak and Kastor. I would never have found that, so yeah. Hopefully it doesn't lead into a death trap. Again.
Oh, as long as we don't pick fruits from strange trees, I don't think it will.
All right, I think you can let that go now, old man. I fixed the problem already, all right? Let's
Oh,
move
no.
on.
Castor, there's a tree in here. Don't come in. Yeah, Malachi's gonna pick the fruit from it.
It was one time, guys.
Oh no, there's a horde of enemies. Malachi's gonna run into it.
Palace, are you coming?
Oh. Yes.
Well, Edric will take the lead just to keep Aldora safe because she is small.
That guy's gonna go in
Malachi?
last.
Stepping into this area, you can see the sun is at an angle a little bit. It is not straight noon like it has been. If you had to put a time on it, like if you look at your wrist sundial, it's probably about 1:30. But it almost seems like this place wasn't meant for people to everybody or for everybody to know about. It is a 10-foot wide hallway like the rest of it, though, and aesthetically it looks the same. It goes down about 30 feet where it looks like it turns off to the left into another 10-foot wide hallway.
Edric will start bracing to go around the corner left.
All right. You go around the corner left, and again you see is another hallway. It only goes down for about 30 feet before it turns to the left again.
I swear, if this is more spiraling for no reason, I will do nothing because there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, maybe there's another chest that we can't have anything from at the end.
Or maybe a bunch of dogs to knock you over again.
Oh, you boys are really getting grumpy, aren't you?
Maybe another bowl.
Oh boy, I hope it's another bull who runs into me and does nothing. Edric
Why
goes
are we
around the
pointing
next
out
corner.
obvious things? Like, we know all this stuff happened. I don't understand why we're talking about it.
We're making fun of each other for fun.
It's called
It's bonding.
ribbing. It's a bonding experience. You may not have ever experienced that being mostly by yourself for years, but it's a common thing that happens in groups.
You point out obvious things that happened.
It's mostly making fun of other people's failures, yes.
Well, that's just rude.
It is
You
bonding.
You go around the nice corner. You see it goes 25 feet and dead ends. Palace, being controlled by the DM, draws both of her weapons and puts her back to a corner.
This-
Malachi standing right next to her looks at her is like, expecting something?
She says in a very manly voice of a young 39-year-old, always.
There could be a trap here. Perception check. Is there something weird about this dead end? Because it's weird that it's a dead end.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a perception check, sir.
I mean, I know Malachi's here, but he's a little less dead than he normally is.
Malachi's gonna stay against the wall next to the palace. He's
That's a 22.
concerned that she's concerned.
Dora's just gonna take a step back.
Rolled an 18 perception.
I'm sorry?
I rolled an 18 on perception as well.
All right. You do not see any traps. However, Andrak,
Oh boy.
you hear on the other side of the wall from you, to your left, where you're facing that wall, looking to your left. So on your right, about 10 feet where that dead end is, you hear on the other side of the wall, "They are coming. I sense them."
That was in common?
Shit. It is now. He doesn't speak common. No, it was not. You heard something, but if you try to translate Malachi, that's what he said.
Your dialect is terrible, but something's expecting us now.
Edric will feel the wall. Because last
Alright.
time that worked.
Go ahead and feel it. Roll something that has to do with feeling. And it is not a charisma check, let me tell you.
Damn it.
I do a backflip.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
That's a 17 backflip. It's not his
If
best
you had-
backflip.
If you had rolled a natural 1, I would have said you ran into it and knocked it down.
Edric randomly does a backflip again.
I just thought it would have been funny.
It would have been. Oh wait, I had advantage on that. Sorry, because of the funny thing. That's a 23 backflip. Never mind. It was a pretty damn good backflip.
Anybody else want to do something besides flip around?
I'm not known for being particularly intelligent, but maybe it's another hidden leaf door. Maybe push around the walls a bit.
I kind of like the term leaf door. Like, I want that to be a thing.
In reality, I will roll an investigation check on this.
I had to go ahead and investigate.
Feel it around. Oh god. Andrak is not feeling the correct thing. He is actually feeling Kastor. This is very bushy. This is Kastor's beard.
But I haven't been that alone.
Andrak adjusts his helmet. Sorry. I can see you there. My helmet got knocked over when I was flipping. I'm sorry. Your beard is very soft for somebody who doesn't look like they partake.
Demetrius,
the curse of old age.
When you make everybody laugh like that, that's inspiration.
Do they stack or can you have one?
They do stack.
They do stack,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
It was something we decided to do on session 0, and then we all forgot about it.
Yeah, we have a whole list of rules that we do not remember.
I have them written down. I just, if they work for you guys instead of me, then I just leave them alone. Just boop, forgot about it. Sorry.
Sneaky bastard.
Anybody else want to do something other than feel up Kastor's beard?
Kiriki will roll an investigation check. She'll look around.
And
Has
roll another that one.
My
to
fun
feel
stuff
Kastor's
run out?
beard.
Your fun stuff has run out, sorry. And everybody else is starting to feel a little bit weird.
12.
Nothing.
Can I roll a perception check?
You may roll a perception check.
Oh.
But you gotta switch spots with Kiriki so that you can, see.
Oh.
Never mind. Andrak is polite. You move.
Weak.
Go ahead and see what you perceive.
Don't worry, Kastor's still in range for me to feel up his beard.
Oh, 28.
Woof.
Oh, what now?
That was loud.
I'm sorry, what'd you get?
Oh, 28.
A 28. Okay. So everybody's crowding around here, and again, you see the vines go straight, the leaves are cut, and I mean they match up very, very well. But you, perceptive as you are, see there's an indentation to where to the far right here in this corner, it looks like it is a doorway.
We heard noises coming from the other side, so if you find it, don't run in on your own. Let somebody else take the lead.
There's another door here, if you want to do the honors.
If she points it out, does he see it?
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry.
Stop bugging me.
Aldora's getting out of the way.
He's gonna push.
All right. If you would please roll a strength check.
Oh boy. I'm good at those, I think.
That one.
That's an 18.
Damn it.
All right. You push real hard, and the door just slowly opens up. Very slowly.
That's real good.
As it does, immediately to the right. You know what? Let me go over the room first. So, room's about 20 feet wide. And it looks, as you go in, this little first portion of it, probably about 60 feet long. To the left, there's a little hallway that immediately turns left itself. And then past a small wall is another hallway that goes straight to the left. To your right, it opens up into the room itself. Now, there's a couple of things there that would cause concern to Todd, me personally. Moi. For one, there's a demon. He's rather large, quite bulky. He's roughly 12, 13 feet tall. He has red, fiery eyes, these bottom teeth that come up almost like tusks. He has these large black horns that come out of his head and then curve backwards. And he has black hair that looks more burnt than grown black. He has these large, leathery, torn wings that are kind of folded behind him. And they flex a little bit as it looks like he's rolling his shoulders. He's quite bulky. He has like this rock-hard looking skin, chains around his waist that looks like he could take them off and utilize them if he needed to. In his right hand is a sword that is on fire. It looks a little bit like a longsword. In his left hand, as he's rolling his shoulders, you see this whip start crackling with lightning as he sees you, and he almost smiles. And then behind him is another demon, and this guy has like leather-looking armor on with a cloak that is red and tattered. He has red skin, red eyes, his horns go up and kind of curl, and he has purple energy around his hands as you enter the room, and he looks at you.
Oh, it's some ugly fucktards.
Roll for initiative. You insulted him. Now we gotta fight.
You said he
Who
doesn't
is
speak
echoing?
common.
Kiriki, what is your initiative?
Oh, you're gonna be real mad. It's a 25.
Jesus. Malachi, what's yours?
20.
Andrak?
10!
Go strong, Kastor.
23.
Oof, wow. Okay. Aldora?
13.
And oh,
Oh?
it was Palace's turn to find out what it was, and I was about to say that out loud. My bad. Anywho, Kiriki, it is the top of the initiative. Here's what you know. You're towards the back with all the melee. Palace and Malachi are behind you. In front of you to your left is Aldora and Kastor. Andrak opened the door, and you see him looking around, and he seems to be paying more attention to the right side, but neither of them have said anything yet. But actually, you haven't 11 passive perception, so you just didn't hear anything. What would you like to do?
I don't know there's anything in the next room.
He has not said anything, and they haven't made any sounds.
Yeah, Kiriki's just gonna move up towards Kastor and Andrak to get a little closer to the room.
Can you see them now?
She can.
Okay. So as you kind of get up next to Andrak in his doorway, which you can squeeze by, you do see the two creatures on the inside. The big guy, the very big guy, and then the little guy behind him. They do look aggressive. Like, I will go ahead and put that out there.
I don't think I could get past Andrak. He's kind of a big dude.
You can.
Just squeeze past him.
Yeah. Double movement, but just...
I don't
it'd
have
be
enough.
10 feet.
I don't have enough movement to really.
If you go in there, they'll come to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm worried. That's 15.
You can actually get to them.
Okay, so Kiriki's gonna be like, okay, let's do this, and just like squeeze past Andrak into the room.
Here we go. Kiriki's opening up.
Kiriki runs up and sees them. They look scary.
Yeah, that one in front of you is almost double your height. The long sword that he has that's on fire is almost as long as you are. And you see that lightning whip in his left hand. This guy is not to fuck around.
Right, and Kiriki isn't one to think of diplomacy and think that they're friendly. She sees demon, she attack demon.
Attack demon!
So yeah.
Attack on demon. We just need to get her some ODM gear. She already has the twin swords.
I can kind of climb on the wall, so it's fine. Oof. Oh, it's getting worse. Okay, so two main hands is a 17 and a 15.
So the 17 is higher. I'll start with that one. Mm-hmm. But as you kind of hit him, you see your sword is deflected off his very stony skin. But it does not look naturally stony. Like it's maybe an enchantment of some kind.
Got it. So the other 17 I rolled doesn't hit either.
No, ma'am.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Alright. So you run into the room, hit him. I told you that because you have Arcana, and you are a caster of swords. So you would probably notice that. Like he has an unnaturally magical stony skin.
I thought Dimitri was playing Kastor.
Next in the initiative order is Kastor. Kastor, you
right.
saw Kiriki run in there. I don't know if you can see the demons from where you are.
I can
but-
see them. There's 2 of them.
Yes, sir. The one in the back is much smaller than the one in the front, and that one seems to have a purple glow around his hands. The one in the front is just really big and has a long sword and a lightning whip.
I will move in the room a little bit up. Uh-oh.
As you move left into the room, towards that hallway and doorway,
It's another guy.
you see there's another demon. One of those four-armed ones with the smaller arms below his bigger arms. He's got the white hair that goes down his back and his shoulders. He does not seem to notice you yet. No one has really said anything.
Okay, I'll go here. Hope I don't trigger more. And then I will raise my staff, hit it on the ground, and cast Wall of Thorns. It will be cast perpendicularly to the demon. Is that the correct word? To the big demon? Do you want me to read what the spell does?
Yeah, just give me a brief reminder, please.
You create a wall of brush bristling with needle-sharp thorns. The wall appears within range on a solid surface and lasts for the duration, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. You can choose to make the wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 foot thick, or a circle, which I'm not choosing here. I'm choosing a straight line. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. And I will actually do it like this. Let me show you so that it hits both.
Yeah, so you want to put the wall in between them.
It's a 5 foot thickness, so it will, for example, if it's like this, it will hit both, you know?
Okay.
And then they have to both do a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Yes, sir.
The DC is 17.
Oh. The big guy in the front failed, not too dexterous. The one in the back got a 22.
So the one on the front takes 30 points of damage.
Oh, that hurt.
And the one in the back takes 15.
Already?
A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement, so a quarter of their movement total, what they can do in the wall. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw, and then it takes the damage again otherwise. Or half
Alrighty.
on a successful one.
It's concentration, right?
It's concentration, yes.
Alright. Just curious.
And I
Malachi.
will,
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I will stay here. That's fine. Yes.
Yeah, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place a little bit. If you go back away from them, then you will go back towards the other demon. If you go closer to them, well,
I
just
can
reach out
tank
and
a
touch
few
base.
hits. It's fine.
This guy's reach is insane. Malachi, it is your turn. You're next to Palace in this hallway. Andrak is at the doorway. Aldora is about 10 feet in front of you. The door itself is about 20 feet in front of you, but you can see Kastor through the doorway casting spells.
Okay.
Keep in mind that going past Andrak will cost you extra 5 feet.
An extra 5 feet. Okay. So that means I can get right in front of him, which doesn't seem like the most, I don't know, logical choice to be right in front of our big guy. So I'm going to move up first behind him. Can't really see too much in there yet. What to do? Andrax, he has plenty of movement. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to push past Andrak. Sorry, bud. Just to get into the room and see what we're dealing with. Oh, shit.
Pretty typical of Malachi.
Yeah. You know, he's trying, but he's got to do something. Fuck. So, yeah, he gets in there and he sees this huge thing. The Wall of Thorns, is that what that is right there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the professionally drawn thing on the map.
Wonderful. He's gonna get in, and he's just gonna go ahead and turn and immediately blast the big one with a couple of Eldritch Blasts as a bonus action.
Alrighty.
21 to hit for the first one.
A 21. As your blast hits against him, you see his rock-hard skin deflect the blast.
Really? Interesting. How about, I guess 20 for the second one will probably also do the same thing.
Yes, sir. These two green men come out there and just try to slash, but it hits his hard skin.
Okay. Malachi sees that happen, goes, shit. And then I'm going to use my action for the turn to dash to get up out of the way of Andrak. And I'm going to move next to Kastor, directly across the hall.
Alrighty. I wouldn't put too much effort into it, Dimitri. It's okay.
It's just time.
Okay.
That is going to be the end of Malachi's turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, this creature looks around, full of options. You see this lightning whip unfurl as it swings it out at Kastor.
Obviously.
Does a 25 hit?
Yep.
Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
That's not gonna go well. Righty. 10.
I'm sorry?
10.
All right, you are pulled up to him, also not knocked prone. You take 27 points of damage. Are you resistant to slashing or lightning?
No.
Okay, so you just take 27 points of damage from both of those. And then he's going to slash down at you with his longsword.
All right.
Does a 30 hit?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's...
Are you resistant to fire?
I might be the opposite, but I'm definitely not resistant to fire.
Okay. You take 31 points of slashing and fire damage.
31, so go to 35. Okay.
Now I need you to make 2 concentration checks. The first one, your DC is 13.
What do I roll? Sorry.
1d20, add your constitution modifier. Or is it your saving throw? Shit. I haven't done a concentration check in a while. Hang on.
Constitution saving throw.
Is it a saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is +4. 18 on the first one.
Alright. The second one, half the damage. So 15, DC 15.
16.
Alright, so you do make it. And then he slashes again. 28 to hit.
Yes.
Total of, so much more. 37? Hold on. Nope, 47. 47 points of fire and slashing damage as he leans into this one.
I'm down.
I say what?
Hit it 20-something plus 30-something plus 40-something. I'm down.
Oh, good. Good to know.
I had 35 hit points, so I'm like minus 12.
I'm gonna leave your artwork on the map because I like it, but
No,
the
just,
Thorwall drops.
I don't know how to delete it, actually.
No, you're good. As he hits him, and you guys see this large demon look aggressively at Kiriki, you see the one behind him smile and look at Malachi.
Oh, shit. Andrak, we need you in here.
Aldora, it is your turn. You hear Malachi say that. You're 10 feet from the doorway. I would say you could probably see Malachi a little bit. You saw him get dragged, and then this flaming sword come down on him twice.
On who?
Kastor.
Okay, I thought you said Malachi for a second there. I was like, wait, what? I thought it was Kastor.
He did,
Oh, we
but
could
it's
switch.
fine.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
You see Kastor's body drop to the ground.
I'm so sorry for this, but I'm only gonna do this because I think it'd be for the best action right now.
Told the dead on Kastor and kill him? Oh my god, I didn't see
No.
that coming.
5, 10, 20. So, Aldora's going to squeeze by Andrak, but as she is doing that, she is going to cast a funny little spell as she just, touches Andrak's sword while passing by and casting a holy weapon on it, which is a spell I've never casted before, so You imbued a weapon you touch with holy power. Until the spell ends, the weapon emits a bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. In addition, weapon attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. If the weapon isn't already a magic weapon, it becomes 1 for the duration. As a bonus action on your turn, you can dismiss the spell, cause a weapon to emit a burst of radiance. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 48 radiant damage, and it is blinded for 1 minute. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't blinded. At the end of each of its turns, a blinded creature can make a Constitution saving throw, ending the effect on itself. So you do so whenever you do an attack or hit, you do 2d8 radiant damage on your weapon attacks. 30, Aldora is gonna step back. And this is why I'm saying sorry. But for my action, because that was my bonus action, I am going to cast Crusader's Mantle. So now everyone does a 1d4 radiant damage. So now also Andrak also does 2d8 plus 1d4 radiant.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty fucking good.
That's a lot of damage.
Again, this is why I'm apologizing specifically to Kastor.
Why? Why? I don't get it.
Because she's not healing you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
After that, it is Palace's turn, and she cannot get to you. 20. Actually, wait. Okay. No. Yeah, she's just gonna run past Andrak and then use her action to get on the other side. And Malachi, you have your scythe or longsword out?
Longsword, currently.
Okay, so then she's going to whip around and pivot to go to the other side of Kiriki, since she can't do anything else with her turn, might as well use all the movement. And she's going to look at this thing and just kind of look at it and go, "Your mother was a whore. I don't know your father, though."
He smelled of elderberries.
Andrak, it is your turn. Come in here and work some magic.
Oh boy, I sure do love fighting.
Get in
You
there.
see Kastor on the ground, Kiriki and Palace, you're right, and this very large creature with this fiery sword and lightning whip.
He's gonna walk into the room. He's going to point his big old sword at this stupid man. This silly man right here. Not Kastor, not that silly man. The other silly man, the big creature. I know, you were hoping I was gonna stab Kastor.
It would have been funny.
Why?
And
Why would they be hoping that?
Todd likes to kill players, didn't you know? And I'm
True.
going to initiate a use of my fighting spirit to get advantage. And I'm going to swing 3 times.
You're gonna try.
Let me just do. First one, 17.
Oof. A 17, you hit this unnaturally stony skin on this creature. It looks like it's looking around, just smiling down at all of you.
Second one's a 23.
A 23 is its AC.
That hits. Woo!
Good God.
You almost see like a weird vibration as you hit it.
And third one is another 23, both sides.
Yes, sir, that'll hit.
So, this is going to be a lot. Because I get that 2d8 bonus radiant. The first hit is a lot. That is 13 points of slashing damage and 16 points of radiant.
Ooh. It
And
rears back.
Oh. Second one is 8 points of slashing, 12 points of radiant.
Now it knows its new target. It looks angrily down at Andrak.
Well, that's great action surge.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I get
I
that
think
back on short
Andrak is
rests.
looking down at it.
No, Andrak's shorter than him. I'm glad I have advantage. 16.
16, unfortunately, hit that oddly stony skin.
Next one. 18, damn.
Wow, dude, you are not rolling good.
That was an 8 on die, so yeah. But, better me get its attention. 18 again.
Unfortunately, all 3 of those are all misses.
Better than an at one, but Andrek keeps whacking at it, even though it's not working too hot. But hey, he's got its attention. That's all that matters.
It's true. Is that the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn.
All right. What is that spell?
I don't know, but use it on Andrek. I believe in you.
Interesting. The creature behind the big one almost looks like it's studying all of you. And it says, in Abyssal, "You have chosen the wrong side."
Malachi, being pretty much the only one who can understand it, looks up and says, "You've chosen death. I feel like we're still doing better."
As you say that, and he's looking around, he looks at you and smiles. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, well, I'm super bad at those, so okay. Is this a spell?
It is a spell.
Cool, I'm going to counter it.
Damn. It's automatic if it's 4th level or lower?
3rd level or lower. If it's 4th level or higher, then... Or 3rd level... Yeah, sorry. 4th or higher, I have to roll.
It is 3rd level, so it automatically counters it.
Boom. He tries to cast it, and Malachi just reaches out his hand and snaps, and there's this glow of green, like vine-like energy that the spell hits and just deflects. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
He angrily grimaces, and he pulls out his +1 staff. Be aware. And then he kind of looks at the big one. "Kill that one first." And then in Abyssal, the big one just looks kind of at you, and then back at Andrek, and he goes, "No."
I don't know what he said, but I'm assuming he does not want to stop fighting me.
Yeah, he's pretty peeved at you right now. Brace for impact.
I'm always braced for impact.
Yeah, that's the bull. Kiriki, top of round 2, it is your turn. You are right next to this fucking... I forgot. Damn it. I even rolled it. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Everybody within 5 feet is supposed to take fire damage at the start of his turn. I forgot to do that last time, and I even rolled it, but don't worry about it. We'll do that next time. Kiriki, it is your turn. You're in front of this thing. You got Andrek on your left, Palace on your right, Kastor on the ground. What do you want to do?
I had a plan. Kiriki will look over and see that Kastor has been knocked down, and she has recently decided that these people are her friends.
Aww.
So you watch as Kiriki's demeanor begins to change and her body grows slightly larger. And anyone who can see her exposed arms and thighs, they bulge with veins. And she grips her scimitars a little tighter. And the most prominent feature under the mask is the bright glow of red. As Kiriki has begun to rage.
Yeah, let's go!
Let's fucking go,
I am
Barbarian.
clipping that. That is awesome. That is so badass. This crazy bitch is
Barbarian.
raging.
Let's just hope she rolls well, because she hits
I'm
decently
sorry.
hard if she does. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm so sad that Kastor is not conscious to see it because he didn't never have friends.
Oh, no.
He just doesn't realize what's happening.
Okay, so the very first main hand attack is a natural 20.
Yes.
32. The second attack hits with a 15, or misses, and then the off... Oh, no, I can't use my offhand. I forgot I raged. Forgot that's a bonus action. Ignore the last one. So-
Natural 20 will be okay, I think.
So a feature of the rage, my melee counts one size larger, dealing double dice. So is that just twice? Just I roll like an additional like 1d6?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to get the calculator, and I am ready when you are.
Okay.
Let me know
so-
in 30 minutes when you get it together.
Okay, yeah. That's 20 points of slashing. I rolled so bad. Then D100. 13.
First crit of the day. Who wants to read it off?
I got it. 13 is a hard hit for 2 times damage.
So 40 points of slashing damage.
He looks angry. He is bleeding his own blood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God he's not bleeding my blood.
That'd be kind of weird.
He looks down at you, and in a language you can't understand, he says, "No one makes me bleed my own blood."
She does.
Kiriki just snarls back. I don't think it's human anymore at this point.
Honestly, at this point, he might be bleeding some of Kiriki's blood.
I kind of want him to throw down his weapons and just arm wrestle Kiriki. Just wrestle. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do on your crazy turn?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. Kastor, would you please roll a flat D20?
Yes, sir.
If you, by the way, had eaten the fruit over there, then you would have advantage on this.
That's all right. 7. Sieben.
Yikes.
Oh, what now? You fail a death saving throw as you lie on the ground, dying in front of this demon. You know what? I wasn't going to say anything, but I would like to because it will change the outcome of this entire group.
Mm-hmm.
This creature has what's called death throws. If he dies, he explodes.
Oh.
Everybody within 30 feet will take damage. If Kastor is still unconscious when he dies, and that happens, Kastor will die. No roll, no nothing. Just Kastor is dead.
Mm.
So I want y'all to just keep that in the back of your minds during this fight. He is bleeding. He is not almost dead, though. So you do have some time, but how much time? Who the fuck knows? Especially if y'all crit.
Yeah.
Malachi, it's your turn.
Okay. Malachi is going to look back at the thing that tried to cast a spell on him, and he's going to smirk slightly. He's going to hold... he's going to... Would pulling out the staff be any kind of action?
You can draw a weapon as a free action.
Okay. He pulls the staff from his back and points it at the large monster and casts Hold Monster upon it. Please give me a wisdom saving throw, Todd.
Now, let's talk about monster. Is he a monster? I mean, he's friendly.
Looks like a big monster to me. I mean, I could be wrong. It's maybe judgy, but I think he's a big monster.
But you wanted the caster, right?
Nope, the big guy.
Wait, oh, you said the big one?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, sure. That's a 27.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, he passes. Fair enough. That doesn't work. Malachi
Did
drops...
that pass your little hold spell?
It does. It was a 19, so I had good faith that would work. But you know what? 27.
I didn't realize it was so high.
Yeah. Malachi is pretty good at that kind of thing. So he looks a little displeased that it didn't pop off, and then he looks back at the spellcaster and says, "Okay, fine, it's your turn then." And he's going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts. No, actually, you know what? First, he's going to use his bonus action on this round to cast his Hexblade's Curse on the spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to use his movement to run directly at him with his sword drawn.
He goes the other direction while you run at him, saying, No. I'm behind the big one. He's the shield. You don't understand how the fight works.
All right, that's not how this works. Malachi never listens to what the shield is.
Yeah, the shield
is looking at him like, now you know how it feels.
That is going to be Malachi's turn, however.
That actually does put you in a good spot, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After that, is it time? It is time. It is the big guy's turn.
Fight me.
He kind of side-eye checks the Kastor, but he sees he's not actually hurt yet, so he's like, I don't give a shit. He turns back towards Andrek, and Andrek, you see his grip. He kind of rolls in on his sword, as he glares down at you and growls, and he swings twice with the longsword and then whips at you. The longsword, let's see here. The first hit is a 24 to hit.
That hits. With me, daddy.
You're resistant to slashing and not fire or lightning, right?
Nope. Just slashing. Well,
Okay.
and bludgeoning and piercing and force.
All right, I will divide the slashings in half then.
Rage
You
too
take
as well.
8. You take 7 points of slashing damage and 16 points of fire damage from the longsword. Second hit. Ooh, natural 20.
I don't. Yeah, do it.
Go on.
Hit me.
Becca, you've been quiet. Will you roll a D100 while I roll out this damage?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
He doesn't get it. Ha!
50.
Ooh, what is it? 50.
Massive
50.
hit, 3 times damage.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Andrak's fine. It's actually his mistake for attacking Andrak.
Okay, so 11 times 3. 33 points of slashing damage. It's already been cut in half. And 10 fire.
33 points of slashing. Already cut in half, damn.
Yeah. The whip is a 32 to hit.
That hits.
Enjoy this. 5 points of slashing. 13 points of lightning.
Andrak has hit half health. He now has advantage on all of his attacks.
Oh dear. This thing just tries to hit you as hard as it can, and then at the end of its turn, it just kind of spreads its arms out, and you can see all of its muscles are flexing as you're probably nipple height with him, and he just roars down at you. You see spittle coming out of his mouth and fire in his breath as he is just filled with this anger and rage that you see none of them show yet. Aldora, what do you want to do? You're kind of in a safe spot.
Okay, so I'm finally gonna go heal Kastor.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Kastor. So it'll be 2d4. Well, actually, I can cast it at 2nd level.
All right.
Okay.
He is going to counterspell it.
Huh?
The gentleman down there with the purple glowing hands, he's going to counterspell it.
Hey. Wait, he
Does
can
he
do
sucks,
that?
don't it?
He can do that?
He can do that.
Does he actually have line of sight past all these people?
Yes.
That motherfucker. Okay, well,
They don't really have traditional mothers in the abyss, so I'm not sure that description would fit him.
fine. That's what I'm gonna walk up to Kastor. Huh? That takes up, what, 5, 10 feet of my movement.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna Healing Hands this bitch. As an action, you can touch a creature and roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency bonus. The creature gains a number of hit points equal to the total roll. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again till you finish a long rest.
Counterspell these hands, bitch.
Malachi, he looks visually annoyed.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Damn, that kind of sucked. But hey, Kastor, heal 7 points.
I would like to note that 4d4, you got a 3, a 1, a 1, and a 2. That is so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna end my turn.
Alrighty. And after Aldora, Palace is going to take her turn. Who is the worst roller in the group?
It's me.
Yep, I'm up
Is
there.
it you?
Is it? It is me.
Andrak
Okay.
hasn't rolled above a 10 in a minute.
It currently
Actually, you
would
know
be
what?
me, to be honest.
Okay, Dylan. These are
Yes.
strength saving throws by that big guy. So I want you to roll as low as you can. Palace tries to hook this guy around the ankle, but actually kind of goes through his ankle because it's too thick. As with her father's hooked spear that she recently got. 24 to hit. She hits him. Now she just needs to make him She's going to forego the damage to have him make a strength saving throw or fall prone. Dylan, we got a?
I'm just rolling a d20.
Yeah.
Okay. A 4.
Fucking balls! Made it by 1. That's okay. That's okay. Natural ones happen, and that's what we're going for. So she's going to swing 3 times with her short sword, right? Yeah. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, first one misses, the second one hit, and the third one missed. But the second one that hit, she's going to use a maneuver that she has never used. It is called Disarming Attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to disarm the target, forcing it to drop 1 item of your choice that it's holding. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. But, Dylan, I need you to roll another d20. You're aiming for a 1.
6.
Damn.
It's pretty close to 1.
Her DC is not above what his 6+ strength save throw is. So, unfortunately, he doesn't drop his... Well, I was going to go for a sword, but he doesn't drop anything. But she does do this, plus this, plus this. Wow. Some really great damage there, Palace. That is 17 points of slashing and cold damage. Take that.
I forgot we're
Boo-boo.
Crusader's mantled, by the way.
And then she adds a d4. 2. She does 2 more points of damage. He's really hurting now. He looks so hurt by that hit he barely noticed. Andrak, it is your turn.
Oh boy. After taking a bunch of damage, Andrak's Boon of the Berserker procs as his body tenses up and he looks pretty normal, to be honest, other than he's just very, very tense. He grips his sword tightly. And he's going to take 3 swings at advantage.
Here we go.
23 to hit.
That is his AC.
28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Third one, 22 to hit.
Will not hit.
Dang. All right, 2 hits coming in with all that sick, nasty damage bonuses.
He is hurt.
Let's go. That is going to be 15 points of slashing, 14 points of radiant from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Following up,
Oh, fucking
Another-
cuck.
what?
Oops. I forgot his fire aura again.
Shit. Do you want me to take that?
It would be everybody.
Oh, it's on his turn?
Yeah, it was on his turn. I always say that if I forget, that's my fault, so I'm going to not do it.
Dang. That's another 15 points of slashing and 13 points of radiant.
Okay, Kevin, please look up.
Yeah, that's what I say.
What are we looking up? I'm sorry, I missed it.
You were echoing again.
Weird, because I was sitting back in my chair. I wasn't near my microphone.
And
Strange.
bonus action, I'm going to Second Wind.
All right.
So I get back 12 HP. That is Andrak's turn.
All right. At the end of Andrak's turn, it is the caster's turn.
What's up, motherfucker?
The guy at the back of the group, with Malachi in front of him, he kind of grits his teeth at Malachi. He says to Malachi, in Abyssal, "Can you understand me?
Yes, I speak your foul language.
Kneel." You see fire start forming in his hand in kind of a form of a ball.
Interesting. Is this a saving throw?
Not yet.
No, I kneel to only 2 gods, and you're neither one of them, so fuck off.
He smiles and he says, "Then you can die." And just past you, because he's not immune, he's going to set off a fireball.
Oh.
Just past Aldora, so that it hits everybody, including the big guy, but the big guy just seems kind of to wash over him and not do anything. Would everybody please make dexterity saving throws?
Why?
I'm sorry?
He's not allowed to do that. I told him
Oh.
no. Didn't you remember? Fireball's not allowed to be cast on
Can
Kastor.
Kiriki see him?
Uh-oh.
He was able to see Aldora through everybody, so you reasonably should be able to see him through
Maybe.
everybody.
Why?
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
want, lady?
Kiriki, even
No,
in her
no,
blood rage,
no,
she can smell the spell, and she looks towards him, and
You
her
don't smell
eyes
shit.
begin to bleed as she casts
Good.
counter spell.
How dare you? You take that back. Fine.
And Fireball is a 3rd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I gotta damage myself anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So he looks to the side as he says this, and then you see the fire in his hand, the ball that's forming, gets snuffed out. And he just like shoots a glare, looking around until he narrows his eyes in on Kiriki, and then he looks back at you,
In his
and he
hand,
just spits out, "Fools!"
and in his hand, it's almost like it's like blood and ooze is dripping from his palm from Kiriki's spell, just smothering it out.
That's
As
just unsanitary.
As I take 12 points of damage, snuffing that.
Malachi looks up at him and says, "You are absolutely fucked."
You know, right now he believes you. Well, shit. I gotta give these demons bonus actions or something, because they're all useless.
Andrak pulls out the penetrator from Saints Row 3.
That's not where I thought you were going.
Great.
Hey, Malachi
what?
said they're fucked.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Round 3. Kiriki, fight!
Okay, it's time to just wail on the big guy some more.
Yeah, you saw pals next to you try to hook him and try to disarm him, but fail. Both.
Okay, so the first hit is a 20, and the second hit is a 25.
The 25 hits, the 20 does not.
Okay. Bonus
You get a
action.
bonus? Oh.
21. God damn.
You hit this stony skin of his.
15 points of slashing damage and 1 point of radiant damage.
Well, he's at a funny number.
Is it 69?
It is
Nice.
Dang it.
Oh.
Is it
I
420?
take my nice back.
not. Yes, it is 420.
God, I fucking
Kidding.
hope not. That's a lot.
He started at 1,000. Alright. He is very... Well, yeah, he's considered very hurt relative to his total hit points. But he looks quite hurt. He's bleeding in a lot of places.
Alright, that is the end of my turn.
Alright. At the end of your turn, Kastor, you have 7 hit points, and you are right up against this guy who's huge and a little bit fiery.
I have 12 hit points
I apologize.
because of my boom.
You may stand and fight.
I will. Who else is hurt around me?
I really think you should be focusing on you.
But
Yes,
Andrak
I
was
know.
hit.
It's
Andrak
you and
was hit a
Andrak.
lot.
Just the 2 of us? Just the 2
Just
of
the
us?
2 of us.
You and
Okay.
I.
Kiriki's hurt too, but focus on Andrak.
Okay, I will take a step back here.
Mhm.
And I will cast a Mass Cure Wounds. So. It's not a lot.
Would you like another fun fact?
Yes.
If he didn't have reach, he would have knocked you back out.
I
But
thought
because
about
he
it.
has reach.
As he moved, I was like, he's probably got 10 feet of reach, so that's not going to matter.
Yep.
All of us heal 20 hit points.
Ooh.
Nice. Very nice.
Big guy says
Jesus.
thanks.
Kiriki as well. And I will then use 5 of my 10 d6s of Balm of the Summer Court to heal myself. Which would be 5d6. Another 19 plus 5 temporary. So I would be at 51 plus 5. And that
Not for
would
long.
be my turn.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, Malachi, this Kastor is right in front of you. He has not been as useful as he should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally.
Is this the first demonic caster you guys have fought?
I believe so. It's the first time. Well, not the first time we've cast Counterspell, but
It's not the first demonic caster, because the creepy lady that Kiriki ate.
The draw one.
Yeah.
Oh, she counts.
Malachi
This guy's like full demon.
tightens his grip on his sword, brings it up, and he's going to take 2 swings with his sword on this dude.
You're gonna try.
24 for the first hit.
I was gonna look to see if he had shield, but that wouldn't help. That'll hit.
And the second one is a 32. The natural roll of a 19, actually, with the curse against him, currently gives me a soft crit on that. So, fuck him in particular. As I round up the seriously massive amount of damage I'm about to do to this guy. Give me uno momento.
I don't want to say this, but I have to. Please double the D4 because he is vulnerable to radiant damage.
So that's 4d4 for 2 hits instead of 2?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And do I double the demonic damage as well?
Because it's a crit?
Yeah.
Yeah. All roll damage is doubled.
Okay. So the first hit's not doubled because it wasn't a crit, but I'm going to be rolling doubled on the second hit. Plus that. Plus the... Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so 95 total damage. That is 12 points of radiant in all of there.
Let me just make this concentration check. Oh, wait, he fails. You guys see the big guy? His rock-hard stony skin kind of shimmers away into this charcoal black rocky skin underneath. Less stone, more rock.
Is he still alive?
You know what? Let's say this out loud. He's got 7 hit points left.
Cool. At the risk of missing, because I'm right in front of him, bonus action, 2 Eldritch Blasts.
At disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
First one is a 15.
That's his AC.
Okay. And the second one... come on. Oops, I rolled too many times, but it doesn't matter. The second one is a 31.
Yes, sir. That'll hit. Can you do 7 points of damage?
Possibly. I mean, yes, because the modifier is 14 by itself, so... As he is blasted with 2 spectral versions of Malachi for 25 points.
Yeah, so he dies.
So Malachi brings up the Sword of Persephone. It glows a brilliant green hue as he brings it straight through this guy's chest, searing a magical green stripe across it. And then he does it the second time, creating an X of green magical energy. And then he just... These 2 spectral versions come out of him and eviscerate him as they pass through, dropping him dead.
Jesus.
Dang, I was imagining the noob Cybot fatality where he just pulls from both sides and rips the dude in half.
And then Malachi is going to use his movement to get on the other side of this thing and give Andrak +2 with flanking.
Well, okay. His AC is now a little bit lower. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's everything.
Okay. This creature looks over its skin, this creature looks over its shoulder, and in Abyssal, he goes, useless. And then he swings down on Andrak. 3 times.
Wait, hold on. Aura.
Why would you say that out loud?
Man, why would you
Really,
give him
why?
that?
Because you've missed it twice and I feel bad.
Terraforming.
Aw, son of a bitch. Here's what it says. Here's the very last sentence of the aura. A creature that touches the thing or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet takes fire damage.
Oh, so I'm safe.
Fuck!
Okay, so that's the specific thing.
So, everybody within 5 feet, that would be Palace, Kiriki, Andrak, and Malachi. You all take 13 points of fire damage.
But I didn't hit him.
That's his aura.
Oh, gotcha.
And then if you hit him, you take more.
Oh, okay, gotcha. How much was it again? I'm sorry.
13.
13, okay.
Sorry, I had to remind because you missed it twice now, and I feel bad.
Don't. It's my fault. But I appreciate it. You know what, Dylan? Inspiration!
Thank you.
Because you're willing to hurt your friends, and I love that about you. Yeah, write that down, kids. That's a Hallmark card. All right. Andrak, he's going to swing twice with this flaming sword and then try to whip you with this lightning whip. He angrily is just growling at you as he swings down for a 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
He should not be missing anything. He angrily comes back with like kind of a backhand with the sword with a 29 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is -2 divided by 2. 10 points of slashing damage and 10 points of fire damage.
Sweet.
The whip, he comes across another natural 20.
Oof.
Hey, you know how I just got one of those inspiration?
Oh?
No.
I don't want another nat 20.
Damn it. 28.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. -2 divided by 2. 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 11 points of lightning.
All right, coolio.
This thing, bleeding and angry, just roars out in anger, just 2 feet from your face. Angry and just looking at you and Kiriki. I would include Palace, but she did like 7 points of damage, so he didn't know she's there.
Cool.
And it is Aldora's turn. Aldora, this thing tried to beat up your man. You gotta take that shit from him, girl.
Well, he ain't Aldora's, man.
Not yet.
What?
Huh? I know some people are in size difference, but calm down.
Aldora is going to... So I know Kastor just did a ton of healing. She's going to cast Guiding Bolt
On Kastor?
Kastor! On the demon, she's going to cast Guiding Bolt on the demon.
Alright. Let's see if you can
Fuck
hit.
you, I do the healing.
Nobody heals but me. His AC is not what it used to be.
Okay, good.
Fair enough. Oh, I forgot he's actually resistant to cold damage, so he only took 6 points of damage from Palace.
Ah.
The 26
Even better.
hit?
A 26 does hit.
Like, dude, you gotta be kidding me with these rolls. 5 radiant.
Jeez. 3 1s out of 46?
Oh my
Good
I
God,
know.
Macy.
Wait,
Come on,
can I
Macy.
3 1s.
Can I use
3 1s and a 2.
inspiration to reroll that attack damage?
No. Oh,
Fuck.
that's so bad.
I know.
No,
So-
but the next attack on him does have advantage.
Yeah, that's true. Good luck, guys. That's all for the show of Aldora.
Don't stop talking because I want to utilize your shit rolls for a second here.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you're welcome. Unfortunately, Palace is going to use this advantage because she's going to try to hook around him to knock him back down, or to knock him down again. So, 27 to hit, she hits. She's going to forego the damage to try to bring him down. Macy, would you please roll a d20? Roll real low. So low.
5.
Not low enough. I need you to go lower. Just drop it down. Yep, that was a strength saving throw by the creature, so that's where you want to go low. So she's going to swing 3. She's going to swing 3 times. 25, 22, 22, hitting all 3 of them. She's going to use. Wait, actually, hold on. Can you use more than one? Oh, you can only use one kind of maneuver at a time. Okay. So she's going to try to disarm him again with her first attack. Macy, please roll another d20 real low.
3.
I'm sorry?
3.
He drops his longsword. His flaming longsword hits the ground.
Yo!
Actually, you know what? She's gonna stop attacking. She's gonna hit him once, because that was her first one. She's gonna do a total of max damage. 14 points of damage. I'm a little sad I said max before I did it. And then she's going to use her free action, once per turn, to pick up his sword. And because she's quite strong, she's going to actually take off running with it. He's going to get attack of opportunity on her. He's going to try to whip her. Yes! Sorry. That's a natural one.
Loser.
Demetrius, would you please roll a D100?
Yes, sir. 100.
Oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. What does that do?
Roll 3 times on the fumble table. If this comes up again, add 2 more rolls.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Huh?
Oh god,
It's a critical miss, right? You said.
Yes.
that's
Yep.
not good.
No, this
Demetrius,
is
please
great.
roll.
This is perfect. This is
yeah,
the bad guy who
well, this
fumbled,
is good,
guys.
But
Roll 3 more times, please.
damn.
A 7?
What is
He's
this?
distracted. Trip, roll dex, or fall.
That's a 20. So
Okay, yeah,
he doesn't fall.
He's fine.
All right.
A 53?
He's useless. Fallen becomes stunned for 1 round.
Con saving throw. I will say he's fallen and he's prone, but not stunned.
Shall I go for the next one?
Yeah.
A 90.
Holy crap. Complete moron. He hit himself for a critical hit.
Since it was with the whip, should I use the whip for the crit damage?
Yeah.
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 That's a shame. Oh, Becca, now you want to unmute yourself. That is a total.
What a bad time.
That is. Oh, he's resistant to the lightning.
Do we
But-
roll for the critical on the table?
I'm sorry?
Do we roll for the critical?
Yeah,
As well?
that's what you were rolling the D100 for.
No, but
Oh,
now
you're-
he critical hits himself.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, roll on that
No.
table.
No!
Yeah.
Lady, he is suffered up.
Nope, roll on the table. I'll do it. Hold on, I'll
It's a
roll
soft
it.
crit. It's a soft crit.
No.
I'm pretty sure he just gets the damage.
Here you go.
I'm with Beck on
55.
that one.
I don't know what
He's
to do.
not rolling on the table.
Boo!
He's knocked down, he hit himself, and he's missing a weapon.
That's. I mean, embarrass yourself some further. Take yourself out.
It's so sad.
This is kind of sad
Okay,
to
what was the
watch.
total damage? He took 30 points of total damage from that.
Palace fucking pranked his ass so hard just now.
Yeah, and she is gone, by the way. Like, Kastor and Aldora can see her, but she took off around the corner and she is out of the room. She has this long sword. It is roughly 5 feet long, and she's just like holding it with both hands with it propped over her shoulder, and she's running.
Yas, queen.
What a turn.
That was
What a power
weird.
move.
Andrak, it's your turn. This guy's on the ground. His sword is gone. I don't know. what
You're
to say.
flanking.
Yep. So you get advantage. Oh, you already had advantage, I think.
I do.
Okay. So you have +2 and advantage, and he's bleeding.
First bonus action fighting spirit. Give another stack of advantage. Why not?
Eh.
Does that
But-
do anything else?
It gives me 10
No.
temporary hit points.
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
helpful.
okay.
How hard
So-
are you?
Huh?
Excuse me. How hard are you?
57
Not bad.
out of 165 right now.
Jesus.
He's put in some fucking work, yeah. So, there's my 10 temp and 3 attacks coming at him. That's a natural 20 for a 30. Triple, 13 for the second one.
You're forgetting your +2.
Oh, 15 for the second one. And a 29. Sorry, I didn't put the +2 on those ones either.
Oh, shit.
So, 32, a 15, and a 29.
So everything but the middle one hit.
Dang. Alright, well, here comes the funny crit.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be 27 points of slashing damage. Oh, shit, I forgot a lot of other damage. Let me add that
Yeah,
shit.
and this is the crit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this
That's-
is what the D100 is gonna be based on.
So that's 27 points of slashing, 23 points of radiant,
We're looking at 50 points of damage. Roll the D100.
54.
54 is a massive hit for 3 times that damage.
You bring your sword down as he's laying there. Stab him through the eye, killing him. You're out of initiative for now, but you remember what I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, give me that damage.
It's not you. It's everybody.
Oh, shit.
Everybody within 30 feet. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of death throws or not, but it's quite painful. Macy, guess how much damage it is?
70?
Well, it could be. The average damage is actually 70. It is 20d6. 20d6.
What?
I practice rolled it, and it's